GRG Podcast, where we talk about the latest in gaming news, hot topics, and more. Let's go! With guests Lady Infamous, Delilah HD, 108 Dragons TV, Triple Cup Chuck, Live Wires Gaming, Blood Knuckles, 100, Kaleidoscope, and your host, KMEGA 405. The GRG Podcast
starts right now.
We're doing it live.
I wasn't even in the game yet. I was like, what the fuck, bro?
Man, and you know what? I hope everybody heard that because we're going live. We doing it live. I'm going to do it like Xbot. You know what I'm saying? Just catch somebody in mid-sentence while they talking. That's what we're going to do.
Good. They should hear that. They should hear that shit.
Oh, well, they only heard the snippet because I was doing the intro and you was over there talking and so we just wanted to let the other people kind of hear what you was talking about. What's going on, everybody? This is the GRG Podcast, man. We are over 100 episode 102. You know what I'm saying? Or 99 pesos and 2. What's going on, man? We got one of the matriarchs. One of the other matriarchs was here last week, and if you was listening to the show, I appreciate for everybody that came through and listened to us, man. We hit like damn near 2 racks. That was amazing. GRG is doing all right. I love it. But hey, if y'all didn't hear last week, go and check out last week's episode because you had Delilah in rare form. She was a little tipsy. She was on that adult beverage. It was fantastic. But as we go on, we got the other matriarch, man. Welcome her back. She came back. She's been on a long journey. I heard she's won the championship at the roller derby. Her nickname is Passion Fruit. And Passion Fruit is back, as we call her here, a.k.a. Lady Infamous. What's going on with you, cuz?
What's up, cuz? Hey, everyone. This is me, Lady Infamous 415, Grown Women Gaming. You guys already know. Thank you guys for having me. Congratulations, KMEGA, on the 100th episode. I was there watching. It was great. And let's get this on and popping.
Yes. What you been doing? What's been going on with you? I know that y'all been going strong out there at GWG. You know what I'm saying? Staying strong. Y'all ladies is doing real big things out there. I'm trying to get you. Right. I'm gonna get all y'all on here eventually, but we definitely.
Oh, you know how we do it? You know how we do it? The best thing on a Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, noon Eastern, Grown Woman Gaming Podcast. That's how we do. I mean, between that, streaming, and trying to go to every gaming event, every gaming meetup in my area, get myself known, get myself out there. I mean, that's all I've been doing.
Really?
And playing games. Most importantly,
No doubt. Can you guys out there, can you hear me? If anybody can listen to me, there's some Xbox saying my mic is going in and out.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Man, you know what? Everything goes good. Then here comes the mic problems. I'm just going to tell you guys this right here. Like, I got a mic that's been sitting here. I got it from Lethal Papa for a long time, but it's one of them really good mics. And I didn't know at the time when he got it for me that I needed some kind of audio device and all that stuff. So I went and I just had these snowballs. And so I bought the snowball, and then those cords gets all fucked up. So that's the problem with the snowball. When you get that, they're really good mics, but those cords, they get messed up, and you got to replace those cords. This will be the third cord that I would have to replace. So what I got to do is got to sit right up on the mic, and then people, because last week people was telling me that I sounded low. Other times, and I thought that was maybe because I had to get an update, but I don't think that's what it is. I think every time that I started having these real bad mic issues, it's because of this damn cord with the snowball. So look, hey, I'm not trying to tell you guys not to get a snowball, but make sure that you get a good supply of those cords that you.
You mean the XLR cables?
Yeah, those cables. So it's a damn shame. But anyway, let's go on to the rest of the panel out here, man. Bloody Knuckles, what's going on with you, bro? You was gone last week, MIA. I heard that you went to an Aerosmith concert and you was wearing you was wearing the wrong shirt. You was wearing a Twisted Sister shirt instead.
I was wearing a Twisted Sister shirt, but I got to rock it for the old school 80s fans. But Aerosmith always doing the thing, still killing it to this day. Old men up on stage. I don't know how they do it, but they got that energy. But you already knows what it is, guys. Bloody Knuckles, aka the Gothic Gamer, and your resident anime king, back and I'm glad to be back off my little hiatus. But man, all I've been doing is gaming the whole time. I've been catching up on a lot of my backlog, catching up on games I started forever ago and never finished, and stuff that's been needed to start. I've been playing a lot of Fist of the North Star on my PlayStation, and finally started Detroit. And I gotta say, the game is beautiful, but why is the PS4 a wind turbine? I started that game all of 2 minutes into it while it's still loading, and my PS4 is about to explode or take off. I don't know, one of those two. Why?
It's like that sometimes.
I know. I was like, it's just one of those things that made me laugh. I was like, it doesn't even do that when I'm playing Yakuza or Fist of the North Star, something that's more, a lot more on screen demanding. No, it's taking forever to load and it's about to fly off out of there. I don't know if I got to keep it chained down or what.
What the hell is this? What a new look, Raymond? What's going? Hey man, don't you need to change your avatar? You over here letting us know what's going on, Live Wire?
Oh.
I don't even see. He's not. He probably. Oh look, he
Yeah.
moved in. There you go. He's gone. He's gone.
I was so confused. Like what?
Yeah, I don't know what happened
At
there.
first, I was like, "Who the what?" I'm like, "We got randoms in here." Damn. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
But other than that, man, I've just been streaming. I've been streaming hardcore, doing a lot of stuff, meeting up with a lot of the Mixer partners and Twitch partners I know and stuff like that. But trying to put in work and extend myself and kind of branch out.
Nice. Excellent. Then we move on, man, to 99 pesos, a.k.a. 100. What's up with you, bro?
Man, chilling, getting drunk for the last 48 hours, trying to do 72.
Your ass didn't go to work?
No, I was off today. Off today. No, I was working from home, remotely. No, my boy came out here from Vegas. He moved back out here, so throwing him back and missing playing Rage 2.
Nice. We'll talk about Rage 2, get everybody's thoughts on the game. But, man, what else has been going on with you?
Oh, man, chilling, getting ready for this E3. Keep on buying shit. They quit buying stuff. And just getting ready for the show.
No doubt. All right, and then, we hear Lemon's dog. Now we know what's going on. What's going on with your 108 Dragons TV?
Well, first of all, that wasn't me. My mic was muted, chump.
Whose dog was that? Who else?
My mic was muted the whole time.
Damn. Oh, lady, is that you? You got a dog?
No, not in my area. No.
Not in my area, but there's a whole bunch of them. Anyway, what's up with you, Dragons? What's going on with you, man? I know you over here gloating as you see your pitiful gameplay up here, man. Good. It's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah, I know. It's a wonderful thing. I just been gaming a little bit. I hope everybody tried to tune in yesterday when me and my boy King David was live on the radio station doing our thing. You already know. I can't wait to get to these topics, and I want to go last on one of them because I got something to say. Dude's either gonna like it or you're not. Facts.
Okay, all right. Well, when we get to it, I'll definitely ask you. You just definitely let us know which one it is. I'll definitely. I kind of have an idea. I kind of thought that would be the one. I kind of thought that would be the one. All right, and then last but not least, well, I can't do last but not least because Live Wire's back. But before I go to you, Live Wire, we got to go to the Rookie of the Year. And Xbot, no, I'm not. Well, yeah, I guess I am copying a little bit because Knuckles was going on a rant, so I just wanted to let people hear a little bit of it. But regardless of that, look at it as flattery. Let's look at that as flattery.
Yo, I need to be balking on Xbox for every time he messaged me in Twitter, he don't never answer back. No, how about those apples?
Get him! Get him! 108. Get him!
I did nothing. I'm innocent.
All right, we know, baby Bob. But anyway, what's
you will not be judged for your father's crimes.
What Dad Bot does is his business. His failures are not my failures.
I got you. Anyway, what's going on with you, OP? What's happening, bro?
What's up, man? Been nothing but game much. I've been trying to get farther ahead in Division 2 to get ready for that raid, but I've been slacking a little bit. But for me, man, nothing much. Yeah, man, I heard it's a beast, bro, right now. I heard it's been real tough.
What level?
But yeah, late for me, I've just been chilling.
Right now. What level on you?
23, I think. 23 or 24.
Oh, yeah, you got to get to level 30 before you can even start.
We got to get his. No, you're gonna have to get his gear score up.
Yeah,
because you're gonna have your gear. You gotta have your gear score 500, and you got to be in tier world 5.
Oh wow, I'm only like a level 25. Like,
yeah. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Yo, we gonna for game later because I need to get my level up.
Well,
shit, let's go, bro.
You know what? If I can stay up, man, you know how I do on Friday. I'm talking about let's game, and then next thing you know, Mega, we'll meet you in Xbox Live.
He done took his ass to bed.
It took my ass to bed, waking up at like 3:00 in the morning doing gameplay for next. Giving it to Xbox. He pissed off. Oh man, we had
and he's over here getting mad at us and stuff because he's doing
right.
it.
Now I understand what Bot goes through, dealing with people like Predator and Knox.
This guy.
Goodness. Anyway, and last but not least, man, our Donald Trump, man, things is looking good for you. No, it's not. Anyway, what's happening with Donald? AKA.
Can I get some dolphins for the one time?
You know what? When I come back from E3, we're gonna have serious dolphins and other things when I get that stream deck. But right now, we just. How about that?
Okay, I'll take that.
Oh, she'll take it. Okay, well.
Man, I'm chilling, enjoying life, working. You know, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
That's all we can do, man. That's all we can do.
And gaming, man, it's good. You know what? It's fun to game, and not worry about my platform becoming irrelevant because fanboys losing their mind over the BS.
I think a lot of people are going. I think a lot of people is waiting and anticipating that part of the show. We will definitely get into it, have a good, long, juicy discussion about it. And if you want to be messy about it, go right ahead. Because
I'm gonna be messy. Because I got the alcohol going.
I think a lot of us has got a lot of pent up frustrations that we plan to unleash upon our brethren out there on the other side.
It's going to be field day.
I don't necessarily think it's going to be frustration as more some certain people. I know one in particular who's going to be busting out facts about the truth of it because not everyone's going to read the goddamn article because no one reads.
That part is
God
true.
Damn it.
That part is true. But anyway, let's get on to it, man. Start off first. Well, as we do it, we get light. So let's talk about Rage 2. And first off, let me ask anybody on the panel who has played Rage 2?
I have not.
I played it.
Okay.
I got that.
Okay, but have you played it? Got it?
Yeah, I played it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Got and played is two different things.
Yeah,
I haven't played it, so I'm going to be quiet on this one.
Okay.
I've watched gameplay.
Oh shit! Okay, stop it.
All right, I'll go stand in the corner.
All right,
you asked. Hey, we answered honestly.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
No problem tonight.
And
Yeah,
by
I
the way,
will bow out on this one. I did not.
Okay, we do not know where Triple Cup is. Last time I heard that he was so happy about getting Zion for the number one pick for the Pelicans is that he went personally out there in his work truck to go pick Zion up with gumbo and some catfish and crawfish, and he's ready to get him on.
At least he's happy about getting Zion.
Yeah, so,
I can't.
And also you know making that new remedy. The new moonshine remedy. Remember he was talking about the other night? He was talking about.
Man, Don is you know what? Don is in your ass limit about your mic. He's saying that your mic has got like some kind of. It seems like it's got HIV.
It's not my mic. It's the editing program. It's not my mic because when I go back to the old version, it's not doing it. I hit up customer support with that. It's not my mic.
Okay, so.
Yeah, it's not. Okay. It's not. Okay. But I know. I was fighting with it the other day, trying to get the sound like it used to, but they gave me an update, and oh my god.
Well,
but how do I sound now, suckers?
Okay.
How about that, Don? Doom 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 doom. Oh, my bad.
All right. All right. So 100. You said you played it. I have not got a chance to play it. I know KMEGA usually be on these type of games, but I I gotta, you know what I'm saying? There's expense. I got E3 coming, so I got to make sure that my money's right. So you know what I'm saying? So I can get that game later. So regardless of that, what is your thoughts about it? I see a lot of people showing some gameplay. A lot of people talking about it's great, but there is one person that hit me up and said that it looked pretty ashy. It didn't utilize HDR properly. Did you see anything of those sorts? And what did you think about the gameplay?
For one, it don't even have HDR.
Oh, so that's
it's just 4K access. Mm-hmm. So you can go in the store to just say Xbox Enhanced. They don't say HDR 10, Adobe, none of that. So they don't have it. The game looks pretty. It got colors. For what it is kind of mixed with Doom, Wolfenstein. It's just a bunch of fun. You just go shoot up shit.
Is it worth 60? Is it worth?
I can't confirm or deny because I ain't pay $60 for it. I use Microsoft money.
Okay,
I only pay $10. Can you wait for it? Can you wait for it for $40? Yes. Is it a go-to get right now? If you got other things to do or other games that you could play on, nah, it's not a day one.
Okay.
I never played a Rage. Only reason I was into Rage because of I watched somebody on YouTube talk about Rage 1, and I'm into the sci-fi world and stuff like that. I said, oh, okay. But this one, you can pick this one up and don't have to worry about Rage 1, because it kind of explains what's going on in Rage 2. It's open world. Yeah, you do get in cars and everything, but it's just stupid fun. Yeah, mixed, but it's fun. Like even you can see NPCs shooting at each other. And you can go run them over. It's just crazy fun. I saw, I think, a video for somebody. I don't know if it was IGN or something. They was talking about when you go raid a compound or something. Like, it's so hard to find these boxes. I done raided like 10 of them and almost found all of them. So I don't know how hard. I don't guess they don't game. They don't know how to search around. I haven't even started on a story mission yet. I've been doing side missions because you go into these things called the Ark and they upgrade your powers. So now, I got a power like I'm a Jedi. I can just force push somebody. You can upgrade your guns. The only bad thing I do say now, this is the only negative I have about it. The game menu seems like it's for PC. Like you need a keyboard and mouse because it's horrible. To upgrade stuff and all that. But other than that,
did you ever play Rage 1?
Yeah. No, I never played Rage 1.
Oh, okay.
It's been like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been like that because I really enjoyed Rage 1, but I can see why it would be that. So anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry, I just wanted to ask that question.
Yeah, but no, it's fun. It's pure fun for what it is. It's pure fun, and it's not. It reminds me of Far Cry with more action. So what you put in GRG told us it had too much action at the beginning.
Yes,
what you want?
Go ahead.
That was me, baby.
Yeah.
Really?
But that what you want? You want to pick up the gun and start shooting?
And that's what the guy said.
And it feels good too. And it feels real good at 60.
Yeah, that was the one thing that the reviewer said from Eurogamer. He said that he had to knock points off of it because there was too much action in the beginning of the game. Didn't really get into the story aspect of it.
Right, these fools are in addition to like play on rails, have the game play for you in the beginning. Like, nah, bro, not everybody wants that trash. Like, come on now, like cut the shit out. Like, you can't be mad at the game for being too much action. If that's an issue for you, you're in the wrong hobby. You're in the wrong damn career.
Some people just don't have nothing else better to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but who else played it? Lemon.
Well, I played the hell out of it.
Yes.
It is worth the $60 easily. It surpasses the first one. There's more stuff to do. The world is beautiful. The action is intense. If you like Far Cry, this is Far Cry on steroids. That's just what it is. The game is awesome, man. The side missions, I've been playing it, man, and it's the game. And I beat Rage 1. This game is so far beyond 2. This is definitely Far Cry 5 on steroids. It's awesome. It is awesome. The shooting mechanics. It's awesome.
Well,
and they get right to the point.
I don't like Far Cry, to be honest.
Excuse me, sir. You don't have the game. Stay in your lane.
I'm just making a comment. I didn't like Far Cry 5. So describe me as Far Cry. If you describe it as Far Cry, that's one of those things that turns me off because I don't like Far Cry. I didn't like 3 and I didn't like 4. I definitely didn't touch 5.
You should have touched 5. You should have messed with the man.
You're the minority.
With me.
Not with them
Awesome.
Five was fucked up.
5 had game breaking glitches, yo. 3 was the best.
It don't have nothing to do with the game being good.
That story in 5 is also awful.
It doesn't have nothing to do with the game being good.
I don't know. I started 5 and then that was it. I haven't gone back.
You don't know about the father?
5 is awesome.
No, I know about the father because you met the father right at the beginning of the game, and then all that shit happened with the helicopter, and then you left.
To be fair, that happens at the beginning of every Far Cry game. You meet the villain within the first 5 minutes.
Right, but I
Far
mean,
Cry 5 is awesome.
But Far Cry 5, I would have to say, like,
probably the best introduction to villain.
3, yeah.
Facts.
3 is probably is the best villain for sure. But 5's introduction was really crazy. Like, that was on a whole nother level. Like, it was like I mean, you had those
Charles
Manson type shit. It was really good.
Awesome game.
I wanna go and play more of it, but of course, the backlog and then whatever else I was playing at that time. So that's
never heard nobody say, "Oh, the game started off too fast." Wow.
Well, that was what the reviewer from Eurogamer
I don't
said.
go by reviewers. I
think that a lot of people are starting to now. It's starting to now really recognize that these reviewers are starting to come off.
They're full of shit.
Yeah, starting to be full of shit. I mean, real talk. I mean, it's one of those things where
the game started off with too much action. My God.
And a lot of PlayStation fans was over here gawking at Xbox fans because they were saying that there was no media bias and things like that until Days Gone came out, and then they started singing that same tune. So
that same song,
dude's riding that invisible motorcycle.
Apparently, the developers of Rage 2 came out an article that said they want to develop Rage 3 as soon as possible. I saw Jamie Moran posted. I need to find
the game is awesome.
Really?
You know what? If they want to, I give them all the credit. I give them all the credit. They should. I was like, if they really believe in the product, do it. I was like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to hop on.
Make it longer too.
Let's not do that. The backlog's already hurt for that.
Okay. So, anything else you want to add, Lemon, about Rage 2?
Rage 2 immediately went on sale the day after it came out, so go get that. I don't know if it's still on sale. It did.
How much is it now?
I think it was like $40 on the sale real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna cop that.
I don't know if it's still there, but I know it was there right the day after. I was like, damn.
Once I get off of here,
they ain't even give a chance to sell or not sell. They was like, pump it.
Do it.
Lemon, what's he been drinking?
You know what? You should be coughing right now. If you don't have it or you don't got the Game Pass, get that Monster Hunter World, people. Come on.
It seems like a recurring theme for Bethesda games. Like shortly after release, they'll go on sale.
Because everyone gives so much shit to Bethesda, man.
No, it's really about digital, man. They saving so much money with making that one copy everybody download. That's what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh.
All right.
He hitting the fat.
Look. I know we got a lady on the panel, but act like y'all been there before. What's going on here? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Because remember, like I said, Lady Infamous, aka, you know what I'm saying, Pink Rhino. I'm gonna change her name every time I bring her up.
You full of shit. You full of shit.
You know what I'm saying? She's champion of the roller derby. She had those extensions. She had that purple extension. She was ready to go. Man.
But I feel you. I mean, I'm cool. I mean, look. This is like another Friday night. I'm very comfortable at this particular podcast.
You
so
home? That's
home.
So
and they don't do nothing on a Friday anyway. Let's go.
I sure don't. I'm screaming like a motherfucker. I swear, every Friday.
Anyway, you know what? I want to see your hype level is up on Delilah's because, like I said, last week Delilah was at rare form. I ain't never seen her that. Like the later the show happened.
Can I comment on? Shout out to my sister, Lady Delilah, with that 100 moment. I'm mad I missed that. Boy.
Did somebody send me the clip, fam?
That replay was sweet. Thank you, Delilah, for showing that you got that sweet human side. Facts.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Delilah hit me up like 2 o'clock in the morning, said, Mega. I said, what?
Get me back on the show.
Oh, man. No, it was hilarious. hilarious, man. But big shout out to our sister, man. It was great. It was great. So anyway,
I should have what she had tonight. Shit.
I know, man. She was lit. She was talking shit. She was over there bagging on Sony a little bit. You know, not dirty. You know, she always keeps it professional. But then, yeah, she let the guard down. That was great.
My guess is Moscow Mules. If she was lit like y'all saying she was lit, Moscow Mules she was probably on. Ask her, probably. Moscow Mules.
I don't know, boy, but it was sounding like how like people say about me on the show. Like they say, listen to Mega at the beginning of GRG, and then listen to Mega at the end of GRG. So I'm like, and you know what? I have listened to that, and you know what? It's a damn shame. You know what? Everybody talk about 100. They might need to talk about, hey, do KMEGA got a drinking problem because every Friday night I'm on that sauce over here relaxing for the weekend. But anyway, let's have to work this. Sorry, we talked about Rage 2. I have not yet had the chance to play it. I will definitely get the chance to play it. I liked the first one. At first, I did. And, you know, that was the weird thing. It was kind of like with Borderlands. I didn't like the first one at first when I played it on the 360. And then everybody said, hey, man, you need to play it on the PC. So on PC, it's like $1. So I went and I bought it, played it, and then I was like, okay, I see why everybody was loving it on the PC and not so much on the 360. But now I think that they have it's backwards compatible, and I think they have the enhancements. People in the chat, please let me know if I'm wrong or not. But I think that Rage 1 has enhancements. If it doesn't, then
no, it does.
Okay,
it does. Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go through and play it on the X, but. On the PC, yeah, it is. I can see why it was on the next level. It looks fantastic. So.
I think they gave it. It's in Game Pass, right?
Yeah,
I think you just said that, right?
I think it's in Game Pass. I believe it was.
Okay.
It's one of the first games to use a whole texture map for the whole game.
Yeah,
streamlining a texture was the first time in history it was done.
Cool.
Rage 1.
Rage 1 is dope, man. It's real fun. I don't know. It's like I said. Back in them 360 PlayStation 3 games, I was working so much and taking care of kids. I just didn't have time to do anything but just game with the homies when they came through, and on the weekends or when the times that I had some time off, and that I just really didn't get in depth with a lot of good games like I wanted to. Like I can't believe I don't love Borderlands. I didn't like Borderlands at all, but now since I played it again, I'm like, what is wrong with me? But anyway. Let's move on.
I don't like 1.
Yeah, the first one was good, but it did have its issues where they improved it on the second one. The thing that persisted was they got better with the gameplay, but the humor was what gave a lot of people a lot of like out of it.
Yeah, I do like the humor in it and everything.
It had the soul, baby.
Yeah, it did have. But anyway, let's get on to the next topic. Okay, this one right here. I'm pretty sure that my boy Operations won't get into this. Maybe, and I don't think Bloody will either. But I know 100, Livewire, and 108 is definitely, and I don't know, lady, you might, but I'm going to ask you first because you are our guest. But I will, but let me introduce the topic to everybody. Okay, so if you read the headlines or whatever, the headliner, you've seen that I said on there that NCAA football returns. And the reason why I say that is because there's been some crazy things going on within the NCAA, and they've been having some really heavy meetings in regards to Title IX. Now, if you're not familiar with sports or anything like that, with the whole Title IX thing is where it's one of the things where they restrict these students from getting paid. Now, that's been one of the biggest topics in sports is that these guys and these ladies that's in collegiate sports, they deserve to get paid, but they don't, while the NCAA, especially college football and college basketball, makes millions. Make billions, and these schools make so much money off of these recruits because if they're good recruits, then they get more talent and all this and all that. So a lot of people has been saying, hey, look, why is it that these students don't get any type of money? And then you guys profit off of it. Also, the fact that NCAA football, it came out about 5-6 years ago, and then it had to discontinue because of a legal battle that they had with the O'Bannon brothers, and the O'Bannons were UCLA basketball players, and they sued EA Sports because of their likeness. And then it came into where there was a couple of players that made it to the NFL. Then they didn't do well in the NFL, and so they joined into the lawsuit with the O'Bannon brothers. And then other college students got into it, and then EA was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not dealing with it. So they just shut it down and broke all of the hearts of every college football player out there. Okay, so that's the story of how college football has been going.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the thing with me. The whispers of an NCAA football title, I'm down for it. A little background. When I was raised in Miami, I mean, hurricane season, like Miami Hurricanes was like the bigger than the Dolphins. So I know I remember playing a couple of those early NCAA football titles, and that was more serious than Madden at one time. But you got to be honest. If you, as for like a gaming company, if I'm fit to play any sport in your game and I'm not getting compensated or have like a lock deal and then get it released after you go to college, find some type of middle ground. I mean, I can't do it. I couldn't do it. But I really do want a college football title. But you gotta understand, this ain't before now, so there should be some kind of middleman or some kind of meeting that should take place to brainstorm how they can be able to set up some kind of compensation for these players if you're willing to potentially make this game. Learn from their mistakes in the past. You feel me? I just can't wait to see what it's unfold. I mean, Madden ain't been popping for like the last couple of. I still got Madden. I got a couple of Madden titles, but I haven't played it like I played like 07 or 08 or 09. Right. You know.
My cousin says that 15 or 16 was his last good one. He said the newer ones weren't all that hot.
I disagree. I think that the newer Maddens are really good.
Newer Maddens are awesome.
They're really good. It's just that because they had a whole damn near decade of mediocrity.
Right.
They half-ass on Madden.
The last two Maddens are awesome.
No, 25 put a bad taste. 25 was garbage.
Well,
I heard
about that.
Last two Maddens are awesome.
360 and PlayStation 3.
Hey, hang on.
Was trash.
Hey, Mega, before we go on, we got to pay the bills.
Let me pay.
All right, yeah. You go, lady.
Go ahead.
Okay, Ruben Berg for the $5 donation. Stop pimping those kids and pay them. Pony still taking L's from bending the knee to Microsoft. I think Northwest Bulls. Oh my God, blue and gold. 305 to the end. See ya. Miss Migas, no.
Let these migas.
Yeah. He changed the game. Like we don't have to say the we don't have to say it the wrong way. We say nigga.
No, not that. We say migas.
Let the migas know.
Yeah. Come on, we classy.
Sony's on all four at this point. They're not on their knees. They're on knees and hands at this point.
Keep it real. We'll get to the bending knee here a little bit later, but yeah, let's
bent over. That's the knee.
Oh no.
Okay. Anyway, man, thank you for that for sure. But go ahead, lady. Finish up, man.
I just want to I'm agreeing with Ruben right here. You know, you can't make a game and not compensate these kids using their likeness. That ain't gonna happen. Not in 2019. So either you're gonna find a way to compensate them. I would say like, hey, KMEGA, you are starting quarterback for UCLA, and I want to use your likeness. I might give you maybe X amount of money on a locked account or locked funds, and as soon as you get released or graduate from school or don't play college football, you can open up your account and bam, get the money that you made from using your likeness, using the NCAA content. That's what I would do. But
they stopped using their likeness. They had stopped. The thing about it was, the whole thing about it was being able, like NCAA was better than Madden for years.
Yeah, I know.
So, but this was the thing was, and that's what the O'Bannon brothers and them got mad is, where people will sit there. It was some people will sit there and go through all the college football teams and make every name and make their likeness and everything. That was the whole thing. EA didn't do it. If you were 7, you turn into 12.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you had the name on the back or stuff like that, but when you was able, somebody can go there and you can just go download the whole rosters. That was the problem, and that's when the people was like, "Oh, I want to get paid," because but even though it wasn't EA's fault was doing it, but they allowed it to happen for people that can sit there and take time. That was a lot of time out of your life to go through every roster that's in the Division 1.
Yeah.
And I'm a lot of schools, and go download the roster, and then you got that player, you got that likeness, you got the abilities, everything. And they was like, well, we ain't paid. Now, no Bannon brothers didn't need no money. They was rich already.
Oh, rich already? Oh man, you didn't even
say already that. Rich.
But no, they still got it right. They still got it right. Though.
Bannon, I think his brother was the first one that ever got like I think like $100 million contract when he played for the Nets. His brother went overseas and made a bunch of money, but they didn't spend any money. But I guess when I went to EA and stuff like that, somebody put that in their head and then just rolled, and it turned into a class action lawsuit. All the players that joined the class lawsuit, EA paid them. Everybody didn't get what they thought they was going to get hit, but if they do it, they might just have to take the downloader out, and then you got to pay these schools and these conferences now. They agree. Because you did get schools. Remember, what was that Madden maker? What was that Madden? What you call it? What was that the last Madden?
Which
when you got to pick the school? Or one of them was either it was 2K. Yeah. It was 2K. It was pick 2K, about like the Pac-12 school.
Man did it as well.
Yeah.
Remember in the story mode they had where you could pick whichever school that you wanted to play for. Yeah. So they didn't have every school, but it's just like in 2K they had a certain amount, and then I think they're adding more and more. But this is the thing of why I say that this is news. Because it's more than a what if, because they had the NCAA had a meeting just the other day, just Thursday. Was it Thursday? No, it was Wednesday. I'm sorry. It was Wednesday. And it was very productive. It was so intriguing that Kurt Herbstreit, which is for sports fans, if you're a college fan, he was a ex Ohio State football player that became a commentator, one of the best commentators out there. And he was very excited about the news, and it all stated to Title IX, which they want to change the rules to where these players can now maybe not get the compensation from the game, but they can get compensation from autographs and from other entities, because what they're seeing with not only with what's going on in college basketball, which is looking real bad right now, and also in college football is that there's all these donors and all of these people underneath, and then the stuff with Nike and Reebok and all of these where they're paying these kids underneath the table, and these schools are paying kids under the table so they can come to their schools. So they want to try to make this to where they could have their cake and eat it too, where they could have more regulations and also have the college football game come back, because they know how much revenue that it would bring. And the one thing that I'll let 100 or a lady or whoever want to jump in, I'll probably Lemon, because I know he want to talk about it, say is this: I have decreased my playing. I'll buy Madden every year and 2K, but my playing has decreased quite a bit, and I realized now, since we've been talking about college, it's because of that. My favorite thing was to play those college sports games, and to have those players that I had created, or players that's from real life that didn't have their names, but you could add them in there through a locker room, and have them ported over to the professional game. And then I would franchise mode like crazy. Like I would max them out. I would be so hardcore into both of them like that. But I don't have that anymore, and it almost seems like it's tainted. Even though you can go into 2K and there's people that's really skilled that can make these players look like it, but it just doesn't seem as authentic as it was from back then, when you had those players' actual ratings, and then they go over and then they decrease and things like that. So, Lemon, what do you think about all this, man? I mean, does this sound promising to you, or do you think that this is a bunch of hot air?
No, I think it sounds promising. I remember when there was an article, I don't remember if people remember that, they was telling the people, the players, shut up, you got a scholarship. Just play football. Let them play, let people play games. But, when somebody using your likeness, the stats that you earned, the millions you're making for these colleges.
Billions.
Right. you deserve some type of kickback. So this is promising, man, because I miss NCAA. I thought NCAA always played differently than Madden because they always took the risk with all the trick plays and stuff like that. It was a little bit more fun. But it's promising. And like I said, man, there's always a gray area where they can pay these players something. Lady hit it on the head. I was gonna say it. Yo, have the fun set up for when they leave school, whether they graduate or whether they just decide to go pro and they don't complete school. There's a way, but they don't want to pay because there's a lot of schools. They ain't like the NFL. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of colleges they put in there. That's a lot of money. That's why, they really don't want to give it out. But everybody needs kickback. Using my likeness.
Lemon, Lemon. See, the thing about it is crazy. See, the NCAA assholes that's what they are.
Yeah.
All right. It's the people that do in gymnastics. They can go to work. They can do all that stuff and get money. That's why you don't see nothing. They can get paid by Nike and everything. But when it comes to football and basketball, it's a whole different thing.
But I'm also going to say this: it's like 50-something people on a football team. That's a lot of money.
That's why it's going into like where the players, they can make money off of autographs and off of different things instead of going after the video game companies. So that's where like even the bench player that don't get no shine at all, there'll be people out there that'll be like, oh, that's my favorite team, and they'll still get something back, or if they get some kind of prize or something like that, they'll be more lenient. Like I said, they're really serious about changing this because it has been an issue, and it also looked like that they might get that, like whoever will kickstart it and fund it, that that everybody on those teams will get some kind of kickback as well. So
I mean, like I said, there's a gray area.
More, but the other players will make something as well.
But make it the end. The thing about it, let them boys get a job, or intern job, get a job during the summer. See, think about it. The gymnastic girls, the monthly that run track, they can do that. The football players and the basketball, they don't get that offer. And the little change that they get. Okay, perfect example. This is what hurt the game. We were just talking about the O'Bannon brothers. Charles used to roll up to UCLA in a Benz because his brother was already in the league. Now, what about you rolled up and you working, you busting your ass, and they tell you can't get no job. You didn't mind working. Why you just can't let these guys get a job? And I think all that'll go away.
Go ahead, lady. Go ahead and pay the bill.
Okay, excuse me, 100. Let me go pay the bills real quick. Thomas Franks with a $4.99 donation. KMEGA, let's go. A great day in gaming. 108, Pastor 100, Triple Cup, Live Wires, and the Queens of GRG. I'm here, family, to support y'all. Blessed to y'all. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Thomas Franks.
Always a pleasure, Thomas.
Thomas is a real one, man. He's been so supportive to us, man. It's crazy, man. We love you for that, man.
Thomas, why don't I never get mentioned, man? What the hell?
Because
you wear mascara. Because you wear mascara.
He said Queens. He said Queens of GRG.
He did. That's how we doing it. All right.
Damn, 100.
All right, old man. I see how you doing it. Old man.
Hey, I've been quiet. I gotta throw in a jab every now and then. I've been peaceful.
Are you
I gotta
sure
throw in a jab every now
some
and
more
then.
Ben gay for you, old ass man?
Ain't nothing older than me.
Oh wow, y'all going there tonight? Okay.
You need that big game. My boy said he be working out.
Don't forget, hey, Thomas Franks. Don't forget our boy Bloody Knuckles, man. He's
you know what I'm saying? He over here hurting.
Family, man. He's
finna cry. That mascara finna run down his face.
Learn what's man. Told you. Man, he gonna whoop your ass when he get to E3, man. He gonna.
I got 100 of these.
He gonna make that a test. Oh man.
I got 100 of these. I'll take that bet.
I'm like, oh my God.
I love Bloody, but you going down in the first round.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Bloody's down now. You know what I'm saying? He's agile. He's more limber. You have no idea what Bloody can do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's from the mean streets.
You got next.
All right. Y'all stop it. Y'all stop it. I got man for my boy Baby Bot. Y'all better. I got dibs on you, Baby Bot.
Yo, Bot, you better get your child.
I got my money on Baby Bot. I got my money on Baby Bot. Anyway, so let's go. Go ahead, man. Finish up, man. Anybody else want to touch on this? All right, let's get on. Let's move on.
Let's get to that next subject, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, let's talk about the Switch outdoing PlayStation 4. My goodness, man. Look, you know what? Actually, for the hardcore PlayStation fanatic, it has been a very bad week for you.
It's been a bad month. Let's be honest.
But it's been a bad month.
It's been a bad couple of years.
It's been a bad month. It's been a bad start to 2019. That's for damn sure. When Sean Layton popped up on, it started in 2018 at the VGAs. It started in 2018 with the VGAs when Layton came out there and started talking a little bit too much, and PlayStation fans still didn't pay attention to it. Then you see Killer Phil. You see the man from Nintendo doing his thing, and then you saw
Reggie at that time before he left.
You say Mr. Reggie out there doing his thing, and then you see, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Layton out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was like, hey, but it even went further. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was anticipating them exclusives. You know what I'm saying? Them grade A Game of the Year exclusives. Days Gone is on the way. All right.
Let me pay the bills. Thomas Frank's $1.99. Bloody, I got you, King.
All right, that's my boy,
my brother. Right. He don't want you crying on that mascara, so he just added you in.
It's eyeliner. It's eyeliner.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell him you still get all the ladies. You still get all the ladies. Tell him, man. Tell him.
She already knows. She know. I get all the goddamn ladies.
That's what I'm talking about. See,
I can't wait to get to E3 and see this in action.
Now, you know what?
Hey, we got the bet, right? You know we got the bet, right?
We're going to a club.
We got the bet.
We're going to a club.
We got the bet. Remember
hell
what I said? I need to see 5 girls sitting on my couch, and you can't pay for them.
And he said you can't pay for them.
Oh,
you know my boy.
They're gonna be on your couch.
It can't be no mixer. It can't be no mixer affiliates. That none of that. No, we got no
mixer affiliates.
None of that. We go. You say that you the man. You gonna prove that you the man.
Don't do that. He said he's the king of the pants off dance off. Anyway, let's go. All right, let's stay on top.
Pants, panties, or boxers? Choose one.
Hey, it don't matter. They both coming off.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna leave that alone, okay?
I'm sorry.
We're gonna leave that alone.
Yo, KMEGA lines you up. My bad, son.
Okay.
My bad.
All right.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Shut the hell up. Oh, shit. Okay.
Thomas Frank started his roast of Brother tonight.
Hey, I don't care. I hold my own.
That's right. Ooh, hey, Bloody's already got him because Kunistina sit there and said Bloody's got the girls for sure.
Hey, that's my girl right there.
Okay.
Her name
Hey, Kunistina, I ain't see her post anything. But then she came up and she made
Kunistina, you my girl.
She said, you got to go. So shut
your
mouth. He said, lemon, sour lime, shut your ass up.
All right.
So anyway.
I just got the jokes.
Okay, all right, cool.
That's all you got.
Anyway, so let's get on to it. So anyway, the Switch has taken over the PlayStation 4 lifetime in Japan. Now we all know that Japan, it's not like it's hundreds of millions of consoles being sold out there, but it is fitting to say that the PlayStation 4 has been out longer in Japan than it has been with the Switch, and for the Switch to overtake it, I think that there's some respect that needs to be due. I'm going to go straight back to you, lady. What do you think about that? I mean, what is it? The reason? Why would you think that the PlayStation 4 lost to the Switch at this point in time of the generation in Japan?
Because I believe Nintendo has the strongest fan base in PlayStation in Japan. Okay. Simple as that. Before it was Sony PlayStation, it was Nintendo. They started that shit. So you know how very territorial and proud of what they put out, especially with video games. They one of the pioneers, you know. So I see that there'll be more people trying to get the Nintendo products in Japan more than PlayStation, and that's all it boils down to it. That's all. And I'm shocked personally because personally me, I personally don't. I don't got no Switch, and me, I've been like day one. Hell no, I ain't paying for no Switch. But Japan is a different demographic than us. Of USA. I'm saying with precision. So that's how I feel about it. That's the only way that Nintendo outsold PlayStation in Japan.
All right, cool. All right, Livewire. We haven't heard from you yet. What is your thoughts about this? Mm-hmm.
All right, good
really?
talk.
Okay. All right, Live. Anything else you want to add with that? Okay. All right. Appreciate it, bro. All right. Operations. What is your thoughts about the Switch taking over the PS4 in Japan?
Yo, hasn't it been outselling it month to month for the past couple of years though?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, so this is not entirely
past 2
new.
years. Remember, past 2 years because that's how long Switch has been out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, mobile is king with the Japanese market. That is their bread and butter. I think one of their biggest audience, I want to say, for gaming. I'm not entirely sure about that. So it was going to happen eventually. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole censorship thing with Sony also played a little bit of part in this as well.
Ah, very good.
Possible. It's quite possible.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I heard that from a friend of mine. That's not entirely my own original take, but I wouldn't be surprised. The games of the sport.
Don't worry, Op, I got that. I'll explain that.
Yeah, you go into that, man. But of course, the fans of those games, they're getting hit with the censorship. They are getting pissed off in mass right now. So I won't be surprised if a bunch of migrates to Switch because Nintendo, as of right now, seems to be unaffected by that at this current time. So I wouldn't be surprised if that played a part in it as well.
Yeah, you know what? That's one thing that is amazing is that when we all talk about the X and how powerful it is and how games look in the X Advance, and then of course how games look on the PlayStation 4 with God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, etc. Nintendo games don't have that type. The Nintendo Switch doesn't have that type of power, but those games still look beautiful, and then their fan base just kind of overlooks all that. So what do you think about that, Bloody? What is your concept about that at all? Just everything about the whole situation.
All right, so I'm gonna break this down a little bit more for y'all. So
break it down. Go ahead.
Yeah. So one, lady is absolutely right. Nintendo always had a bigger soft spot for in Japan because of the fact that they were one of the founding companies. They've been around for so long. They've transitioned so many industries. It's a notable name across multiple different eras and having a wide history. However, what she does right is that the cultural side is that they are very proud. They do support Japanese, and Japan has always been a strong supporter of Nintendo. Don't get me wrong, there is a strong support for Sony. However, what made Sony prominent, while they do have a strong presence in Japan, they've been more prominent because of the fact of their success in the West. That's where Sony has really shined, and the console market is in the West, not necessarily back home. So because of that, it's not surprising that the Switch has outsold in lifetime sales what the PS4 has done over there in Japan. Because Bloody.
Bloody. For Miss K, one more time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay, yeah, Miss K wants the Dolphins. All right. No, but the biggest thing that's also adding into that is the fact that in Japan, they are such a mobile and moving country that mobile gaming is what's very popular over there. I'm talking things on tablets, on phones, all that. That is the big thing in Japan. So the Switch being a mobile console and being portable, able to take it, it's more of an interest over there compared to the PS4. That's why the Vita was so heavily supported still in Japan, because people liked mobile gaming compared to console gaming because of the fact of just think of the work culture and stuff over there. They're always moving. They're never home. So they want something that they could take with them, not necessarily stay at home. So that's the biggest aspect. The other part is that, yes, Ott brought up the censorship. We've seen in the past 2 years how heavily a stance that Sony is approaching on this on the censorship aspect. They are holding back a lot of games. Anything that comes from Japan to the West, especially the dating sims and stuff like that, they are heavily censoring it. Nintendo has taken a hands-off approach on things. It's like, hey, you do what you want. We won't tell you what to do. We're just going to make sure that everyone understands there's a fucking rating system. We're not going to hold you back and tell you what you can and cannot do. Sony's just like, yeah. Hey, adults, parents, don't let your child play a fucking 17-year-old game. God damn it.
Bloody green.
Have you been drinking?
Yeah, actually, yes, I have.
Okay. Whoa. Bring it back like 5 steps.
Go back. Go back 3 spaces. Go back 3 spaces. Go back 3 spaces.
Yo, lady, slap him.
I have done that on Salty's podcast. I've gone ask Christina, she's heard of my rants. Okay. 2, yes, I have been drinking, and 3, I will dial it back. But yes, the issue is that people.
Just 2.
Okay. The issue is that it's not the company's fault for what your kids are playing. It's your fault for not paying attention to what your goddamn kids are playing. Companies, especially these publishers, shouldn't tell a developer, hey, we cannot allow your game because we don't like what you're putting out. That goes, especially here in the US, where we pride ourselves on, hey, creative freedom and freedom of speech, and you do whatever the fuck you want. We shouldn't tell you, hey, tits, you got tits in the game. Sorry, you got to take that out. We can't allow that.
What's going on here? What happened to this? What is this?
I'm sorry. Can I say something?
Okay, we're gonna have to pass you off.
No, that's no. No. Hang on.
When this topic is not that serious.
Listen. When Nintendo allows one of the biggest dating sims in visual novels, right? They're called visual novels. You basically read them and kind of experience a story. When one of the biggest ones that is called an eroge, or it's basically an erotic visual novel, is uncensored on the Switch. And that's rated M for 17 because it does have some nudity in the game. And then it comes to PlayStation, you're making that a rated E visual novel? What the hell kind of censorship are you doing? Honestly, you're taking out half the story of that goddamn thing if you're censoring it that much.
No. Well, Bloody, how many of them you didn't read? How you know this? How many of you didn't read?
I've had a lot of them on my PC. I won't deny that.
Don't you add to the fire. Don't you add to the fire. Stay in your lane. Leave this boy alone because he's going to keep going. Leave him alone.
No, I'm talking right here. I'm talking at this point because of the fact that I actually support these and I actually enjoy these. And seeing the censorship from the company that could do no wrong. When you're doing wrong, when the family-friendly company is saying, hey, that's fine. Go ahead. You do you. And you're saying no. There's an issue. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, yes, you went a little bit left. I respect your opinion, though.
You know what?
I may have gone left, but it all makes sense.
Lady, would this type of language be appropriate on GWG?
I just don't need him to be loud.
No.
I just don't even be loud.
You back? I was over. I
Lady has grown. Yes.
I'm here. I'm there.
You ain't been here because I hit you up and I said, "Hey, live."
That was sounds and all. You wasn't here.
I'm sorry, lady. I'll tone it down a bit.
You know they're watching the game.
Drink some water. Put some ice in it.
Something to drink.
Oh shit!
I'm done.
All right, live. I'll come to you last since I came to you first. I'll come to you last about it. 108. I know that you sound like you was chopping at the bits. What do you think about this? I know that you.
Okay.
Oh shit! See, this is why I got to get that soundboard. But anyway, hold on. That's a fail on me. Sorry.
Let me say this for the record.
Stop fucking with the sounds. Now here we go.
Surpassing PlayStation 4 is a good feat for Nintendo, but like I said, they are getting away from the handheld market in terms of a dedicated handheld, and the Switch is definitely the hybrid console that Japan has been looking for from Nintendo forever, because they usually hit them with a console, they usually hit them with a handheld. Yep. But being that it's a 2-in-1, it fits the demographic of Japan. And me visiting Japan, I've been there.
When's the last time you been? When did you go to Japan? Come on now.
I went to Japan on a rap tour, homeboy.
Hold on.
In the 90s.
No, he didn't say
never-ending story. You went to sleep and you woke up and you read a book about Japan.
I'm the entourage. I'm part of the entourage. I ain't no rapper.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna say I ain't
Okay,
heard you flow.
but I've been to Japan and I got a $500 goddamn Godzilla to prove.
Lemon, VR do not count as going to VR do not count as going to motherfucking Japan, nigga.
Don't do it. I mean,
the reason your Lakers are winning in 2K don't mean they winning in real life.
Hey, Lemon, come on now. You ain't got to put the Lakers in here. Come on now.
All right, my bad.
Don't do it like that.
My man is on the Lakers, but I just had to take a shot at my boy.
Did somebody say the Lakers? Genie Bus.
but no. Witnessing it Japan's culture firsthand, man. I'm telling you, there are people on the go. I've never seen so many people on the move, and I've seen the most Game Boys at that time. I think it was the Advance. Everybody had one. You know what I'm saying? So them getting a full console hybrid, it just works for them, man. And they love Nintendo out there. You know, at the end of the day, people look at Microsoft. People look at PlayStation like they're king, but in Japan, Mario's king, baby. Mario was king out there. So when they put it on, like I said, when they first announced the Switch, and when I first went to the Nintendo event in New York before the Switch came out, when I saw that console, I said, Japan gonna eat this up. That was the first thing I said. Japan is gonna eat this up because they wanna take their portable games and be able to plug up to the TV on the go. It fits Japan. So them doing what they did to PlayStation, they can't do it to around the rest of the world because there's too many Western dominant games coming from PlayStation and Xbox. But in Japan, they can get away with that because another big game that came out, it's not really a big game, not for us, but Octopath Traveler. It was sold out for months in Japan, where you can get it everywhere in the Western world. But Japan just loves that nostalgic type gameplay, and it fits the culture.
Oh, it seems like you got some you got
that culture.
You got a little fan base, man. You know what I'm saying? Vodka out there saying Lemonzilla in the house.
Yeah.
And then
of course, May 31st. Let's get it.
See, Streets 93 be messy, man. He be throwing them DLCs. And when we say DLCs, it's that extra content, you know what I'm saying, that maybe a lot of people don't buy. But we know it. We see it. He said Lemon went to Japan to get that extra massage spa. Oh, look at that.
You know what? At least it's not by men. I agree with you, bruh.
Anyway, all right, cool. Okay,
but yeah, that's what it is.
That's well said. That's well said. Also, let me just go ahead and do this because there's number hounds out there because somebody's gonna say, Mega, where is the Xbox within all this? So I'll do that for you. All right, so
Hey, that was a good impression right there. That's about right.
Those number hounds are everywhere. They're quick. Where's the numbers? Okay, so
that's a good impression, though. That's pretty good.
Right. So
yeah, that was
the switch of for the month of April to May 12th dominated. 83,471. The PlayStation 4, 17,646. The PlayStation 4 Pro, 12,357. So if you combine you combine the Pro and the PlayStation, the regular PlayStation, I mean that's comparable. That's close to 30,000.
But that's good for Japan because they don't usually do stuff like that.
But when you look at the Switch at 83, it's still crushing the 4.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, no question. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The new TDS, it's 8,840. The new 3DS, 1,511. The PlayStation Vita, 1,088. And then oh Lord. Okay, let me just do it right here.
Xbox don't count out there. Xbox don't count. They don't support no American system.
Oh, that's the wrong horn. Let's do the real horn. Xbox One X, 196. And then the Xbox.
Hey, still
the Xbox
for
One
Japan,
S,
that's not bad.
186 Knuckles. No, don't do that.
No. I'm saying no. The fact that they even got over 100. No, I'm saying for over 100 in Japan is not bad.
200. Not even two.
Nah, they're not into that tech, and they will never. They didn't even buy the Atari 2600.
Yeah,
it was the only system out there.
I know that they're not into it.
Yeah, they're not. They're not gonna buy it. They
but
they
still,
stick to their guns.
The fact that it's even selling at all.
Right, but you know what's crazy?
I'll put it this way: they stick to their own. And let them stick to their own. We stick to our own.
Hold on, but we're going to get into our big topic here pretty.
I'm on that USA.
We're going to get into our big topic here pretty quick. But and I'm going to give it my part. I'm definitely I'm going to let everybody say what they have to say about it. But oh damn, it's even worse. Oh, stop it! Damn, not game over. Don't. Oh shit. Anyway.
And now everything goes bad.
Yeah, that's it. The show's gone to shit. Anyway, so regardless of that, yes, the Xbox is last. We all know that. Nobody's not ever going to deny that in Japan. Japan just don't give two apples about it. But the Switch is dominating. I mean, it is dominating. And when you talk about power and all these other things, it's insane. So, operations. Did you want to touch on this? Give your explanation of why is it that the Switch is doing so well?
No, I already did earlier on.
Oh, okay. All right. Buddy got me all tripped out. 100. What about you?
Because I'm the most knowledgeable.
I was going to the next topic.
You are not the most knowledgeable Japanese person in here. Stop claiming that title. We gave you that title because you speak Japanese in American slang. Don't do that.
That's how you're gonna do me now.
For that exit out the
now you go. That's how you're gonna do me now.
Yeah. You know what? This is yin and yang.
Black on black crime.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. It's like 6'5" versus tattoo.
It's like an old uncle and a little nephew going at it. That's exactly what this is.
Claiming titles. I've been to Japan, sucker.
Look, being in Japan a decade ago doesn't count, old man.
Oof.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't. Hey, are you ages? Are you?
First of all, do you got any stamps on your passport? Oh.
Yeah.
Crickets.
Anyway, all right. Let's go. Did you have anything you wanted to address with this?
I mean, none of it's surprising. Like other people have said, man, it's all comes down to the type of shit that they like in that country. Each country has their own shit,
Right.
Here in the States, shooters are a bigger thing. But if you look over in the UK, you see that racing is a huge thing because Forza's been on the top 10 for a long ass time.
Facts.
Yep.
And then Japan, they like what they like. They like their RPGs and they like their mobile games. They just always been that way. And I think it's because a larger range of people play games in Japan more so than probably anywhere else. Because in Japan, you'll see somebody as young as 2-3 years old playing a game on a tablet, phone, whatever, and then you see people as old as motherfuckers still breathing. Like you can be 80, 90. So those people, shit. I remember being on the bullet train going from, what was it, Akita to Tokyo, and you see like older.
Are you talking about Akihabara?
Nah, Akita University.
Oh, okay.
I was there for engineering. But
yes, and that's another person that's been to Japan right there. So
oh my goodness, stop!
no, Live has been to Japan. Yeah,
I've been to
dogpile.
First time I lived in,
like everybody's going to.
Nah, it was cool. It was cool. The first time I went, I lived in Shinjuku, which is right outside of.
Say that again.
Shinjuku. It's like say if Tokyo's like Manhattan.
Yep.
I lived in
say a suburb of Tokyo.
Yeah, I lived in like Queens or something like that. You know what I mean? And that's Shinjuku.
Hmm.
It's probably closer than Queens, to be honest. But Tokyo's like it's real tight, But Shinjuku,
like Manhattan with a lot of more lights.
Yeah. Shinjuku still is like it's a little bit more live. Actually, you know what? Shinjuku was more like Brooklyn. To be honest, it's probably a little bit more like Brooklyn. But anyway, man, yeah. So, I did my time out there. I'm just saying, from what I've seen, Everything is way more social. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so their gaming is a little bit more social. Even though their internet is better, their cell phone service was shit. So it was weird. It's a weird combination like that. Like nobody really talked to you on the phone because one, it was hella expensive, and it wasn't that great. But the internet was crisp. So like when we were still, remember back in the day, I think it was like 2001, 2002. We still barely had color. We had that off color, cell phones where you only had like blue and red on your screen and shit. Yeah, full color phones.
Yeah.
Videos and all that shit. We ain't had no videos. We were still dealing with fucking pictures and shit. Like we had the.
They had the best arcades though.
Oh man,
the arcade scene is crazy.
But the arcade scene is still popular.
Yeah, I know. Right, it's crazy out there. You would think you don't have consoles,
right?
Right.
But it's just the social dynamic is different. Like, bro, over there, everything is like. I remember the first day I went there for my engineering program. Nervous as hell. Only motherfucker in there that spoke English. It was myself and my boy who they kind of partnered me up with. He wasn't even part of my engineering team. So like I had to go talk to him. He was a part of a whole nother group dealing with chemistry coming in, and he didn't know what the fuck I was supposed to be doing. So I had to translate all the shit that I was getting from text on the internet. I mean, so they would give me like a bunch of notes of shit that they were doing, and I have to go on the internet to not only translate some of the language, but look for the shit that just do my own research based on what I could find on swing through gate type shit because I was doing some working with disabled individuals. But yeah. But everything was super social. So like when I first got there, boss took me out, got me shit faced. I remember riding home on my bike, fucking drunk as shit.
Okay, I don't want this story to go too left now.
No.
Yeah, you know what? Let's get back to the topics.
No. I just didn't want this story. We don't know where live goes.
You know where live is going.
We don't know. He said
he be like,
and then I woke up and I was in a.
They bought me some sake and sushi, and the sushi was still moving. And talk about let me shout my man out real quick. David Van Dyke from UTEP. I did go out there and watch some basketball games. He went to UTEP in the 90s. He invited me out to the basketball league out there too. He was playing overseas over there in Japan. Facts.
Yeah, man. It was a good time.
Gotta shout my man out.
Me and my crew, we watched the Tokyo University basketball teams 2 games out of 3. They killed us on that 3rd game because we was out of shape and they just blew us off the court. But the first 2 games we was beasts.
So,
but Japanese are beautiful. It's a beautiful culture, KMEGA. It is beautiful.
Oh, is it?
It's nice.
I wanted to get one of them bonsai trees, man, but I know I wouldn't be able to take care of it. The guy was trying to explain to it. It was so much work to cut one of the trees down. I was like, nah, I ain't got the time.
That's why I always that's why I always used to laugh when people was like, yo, live, you racist as hell because you be saying wild shit about Japanese. I be like, bro, I ain't saying no wild shit. All I said, I'm just telling you shit that they told me when I was over there. You mad at me because you don't like the answer.
Hey, yeah. People get offended because they're uncomfortable. That's the issue. When you're offended, you're being offended on the behalf of someone else because you're uncomfortable.
KMEGA, it'd be like me talking to my boy's cousin Carlos when you live in Chicago, talking about all the shootings, and I'm coming back here telling you about all the shootings in Chicago, and you be like, "Well, that's racist as hell." I'm like, "Bro, I'm just telling you what the dude told me. He's from Chicago."
What's up, Boogie? Checking us out on the mixer. My homeboy Redneck. You know what I'm saying? From the
What's up, L Boogie? Grown Woman Gaming in the building. Let's get it.
Let's go. We doing our thing out here, man. I seen Redneck in there earlier, man, on the mixer doing that, listening to us, man. Big shout out to you, OKC in the house. You know what I'm saying? I think he's on the outskirts of AK. Oh, I think he's out there close. Probably say that. I don't know. I don't look. Hold on. My mic is doing crazy things. When I come back from E3, I'm finna have a new mic. That's a promise. So
everyone getting new mics. I'm getting a new mic.
So yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna wiggle it a little bit, but keep going.
You ain't wiggling nothing.
Oh wow, you ain't
wiggling nothing.
Hey,
nothing.
You put that away.
All right, what's the next topic? Let's
he
go.
He knows what he needs to say. Pause or the other thing. That's what he needs to say.
What you mean pause? Well,
pause or the other word.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my Toronto fans getting smoked.
Meet Rocky. Anyway, all right. So anyway, anybody else want to touch on this about the whole situation with Nintendo? I think it's great. I think it just shows competition has been solid this generation. What's wrong with my mic? What's it doing?
No, like it randomly just busts out loud. Yeah.
Yeah. It goes low and then it just
randomly gets high and then
We're not gonna mic bash my man all night. He's having technical difficulties. Let's go to the next subject.
Okay, but hold on. Okay, how do I sound now?
You're good. Yeah.
Okay. You good.
It's random.
I get close to the mic and then I go away from the mic. So I mean, because I get energetic.
So KMEGA intensifies.
Yeah, KMEGA intensifies. Anyway, stop it. Okay, let's get to the next topic then. Let's get to the last one. We ain't gonna have too many topics tonight. Hold on, let me see. Okay, anybody know anything about Void Bashers?
Bastards. Void Bastards.
No, it says Bashers. It said
yeah,
Void
but
Bashers.
but it's supposed to be Void Bastards.
Void Bastards? What the hell? They ain't got no parents or something?
No. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. I see now. I'm looking at the thing. It says Void Bastards, but my boy OP said Bashers. I guess he wanted to keep GRG clean. I don't know what the hell that was.
We ain't clean worth of shit.
I know. Thank you. Okay, what is it? Operations. Give us a quick update. What the hell is this game? What's going on? Why the hell would you?
Please do.
It's made by one of the directors, BioShock, right? I believe.
Yeah, it's one of the directors.
Yeah, one of the directors making it. I forget the game mechanics it was specifically, but I believe it's coming to Game Pass because they didn't announce it at Expo.
Yes.
Yeah. It looks really cool. It looks dope. It's like a really trippy rogue-like simulator, I want to say.
Yes.
Oh, we've seen this in the E3.
It's XO. XO.
Yeah. It's in that shape, shell, graphics, so PlayStation.
Like it reminds you of like something from Adult Swim.
Yeah, it's definitely Borderlands.
Comes out May 29th.
Yeah, that art style is dope, man. Like that's really selling me on that. And the fact that the director of BioShock is behind it as well, so it looks really interesting. Can't wait for it to come out. Of course, it does go on Game Pass. Like if I do like it enough, I will buy it just to support them. If it's a good game.
Nice. Anybody else want to talk about this? Okay.
I mean, I'm just gonna touch it real quick. I'm excited for it because one, he's right. I like the art style. I like the cell shade. I like the fact that it's a roguelite. So it's very much one of those games where you die, it changes. It's procedurally generated.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's inspired. It's a first-person shooter inspired by the director who did BioShock, which was based on System Shock. So it's good to see it's going back to space, all the good stuff. So I think it's going to be interesting. It's perfect for Game Pass.
Okay. You know what? I'm watching the gameplay and operations. Can you explain this to me?
Hold on, I got to pull up the stream myself. What game is this?
It's you just standing there for about 6 minutes now in the waiting room
for Apex.
In Apex.
Did I walk away? I probably walked away.
How is it that you're gonna give me gameplay when you're just standing there?
Why are you editing it out?
Because I didn't have time. I told you I had to be at work at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Why did you check your video up?
Because I
upload everything in mass. I don't.
I had to be at work at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what I'm doing.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's why I see all my clips. I select all of them, and upload them to OneDrive, and I send it to you.
I got you. I see.
You don't customize your own video.
See, I tried that at first, but it never came out right.
If I got time to look, I will look at them. I'll look at them all the way through, but I didn't have no time. I just went in there to start grabbing a couple of clips because operations gave me quite a few clips. 100. And so there are things I was just live wire, and so that was like, okay, yeah, you know.
Well, I give you a long ass.
Worse, man. You kept on getting, man. You got to give me better than that live. I know better than that. You play all types of games. You can't keep giving me where you keep getting caught. You got caught for like 40 minutes. 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
Well, it ain't my fault. That game was glitchy as shit.
Ooh.
They couldn't even let me throw no rock for like 45 minutes.
Man, day's gone, boy. I tell you. Anyway, all right. So the next to the last topic, and the big topic is on its way, I promise you, because I don't think this is going to be too fast. I mean, I don't think we're going to take too long on this topic, which is Netflix is going to be at E3. Anybody want to touch on this? Anybody could just jump on this. What is your thoughts about this?
I will. What the article was is that they stated that they want to show up at E3 and have a panel because they're going to talk about wanting to bring their IPs over to the gaming space, because they talked about how it's easy to transition some of the gaming properties into their own original series, like we saw with Castlevania. Now they want to kind of do the opposite and take the shows and make them a gaming and kind of growing their brand from there, kind of like what we're seeing with the Stranger Things game. They have some interesting original series that would definitely be interesting to bring over to the gaming space. So I kind of want to see what they want to talk about and what their plans are.
Is supposed to be like a 2D.
It's an old school, like 64-bit style beat 'em up. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be one of those. But it's still showing that they're kind of seeing when an IP has enough kind of draw to it that they're able to kind of grow it outside of just one and one area. They're trying to expand it and grow it out as a brand and do more with it. So them kind of noticing that, because you're starting to see, hey, TV shows make money, but so do games. Why not capitalize on it? They're seeing that. You're seeing a company that realizes, hey, gaming is where money is. Let's put into it. If they have the right kind of content for it, why not let them expand? Why not see what they have to offer? I think this is a cool thing.
But they already do video games type of stuff already. They do little Telltale's games with Minecraft.
Yeah, well, again, they're taking a game and making a series out of it. That was a series that was being done on Netflix, but now they're actually taking their own original content and want to make it into a game.
Well, we got to see what that game is about.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Is that we got to see what they're going to bring and present first before we either all on it or not at all. That's all I'm saying.
Is the Haunting of Hill House original for them or no?
What was that?
The Haunting of Hill House, is that original?
Yes, Haunting of Hill House is original.
Oh my!
I know.
Possibilities there. Okay.
A Voltron game. Let's go.
Oh yeah, we can definitely go there, man.
I mean, I know that they can't mess with Witcher, but I mean, of course, they're going to be doing the Witcher the show. So I mean, they got a lot of possibilities. I mean,
Meg.
Leave him. We know. Just
no. Your mic is on dead. On death's door. No, it's on death's door.
We are not gonna bash this dude.
No, I'm not bashing him. I'm saying his mic is literally on death's door.
It's all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, KMEGA happen. Technical difficulties. So what you guys got to say? So anybody else want to talk on this topic? Anybody else want to talk on this topic?
I'm just waiting.
Let's go with the topic at hand. The big dog in the room.
The big kahuna.
The big dog in the room.
No pun intended.
Your ass now.
Do I sound okay now?
You sound intensified, man.
Going up.
No, you don't. But we're gonna deal with it, KMEGA. Your brother got your back. They're trying to kill you.
Let's go, big bro. Just go with it.
Hold on. Let me see if I can turn it down here.
You good? You
good right now?
Yeah.
Okay. What about now?
Let's go on with the next topic. You good right now? Let's go with the next topic.
Okay. Last topic. Sorry for the. You know what? I'd rather my shit be messed up than the panel, because that's when it was when I first started doing this shit, and I already know what it is. So. Oh damn! Vodka's over here clowning. He says, "Blink twice for yes, Mega." Oh my god!
Oh no!
Oh, Delilah's been in the building, aka Baby 99 Peso.
Oh, baby,
hey,
Delilah.
Shout out to Delilah HD. She said, "Trash mic alert." I'm done, yo.
Oh no! Don't do them.
Oh, she says I sound low though. Okay, so I gotta. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so last topic of the night with my trash mic. I'm sorry. Shut your mouth, live. Shit.
Oh no.
Anyway, all right, check it out. So here we go. We are here, and look, it's game. Well, it's my gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. Classics.
Yo, that game is dope.
You know
I should buy that on PC. I wanted to come to console, but I'm gonna have to force myself and get it on PC. Old school Channel 5 Kung Fu.
You can't mess with my gameplay. Either on GRG or next. I win all the time if I bring heat. Okay, anyway. All right, so I think now Game of Thrones is going to have their last show this week. And I think that
in the garbage.
No, man. You know
Stop
what?
it.
You know what?
No,
You're being a hater.
That's
why you being a hater? Why you being a hater of greatness?
On everything but Japan.
That show this season has been so
You ain't not getting into that.
Well, you do that. You talk about that on the Smash podcast.
Shut up.
We ain't got to talk about that shit right here.
This season has been great.
After episode 3,
just because somebody turned to Anakin. Don't get mad.
Man, no. Check it out. Now, see, I'm gonna have to interrupt right fast and just say this real quick. You know what? Cersei was pregnant. You would have had one side of people tripping the fuck out if she had a gruesome death. You know what I'm saying? Because she was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? She went out. She got humbled. That was her worst thing. She was humbled. She was crying. Yeah, she was always in charge, even in her worst moment, even in the season before with that cult. And she was out there she got out of that shit. She went through the shame, walked through the whole town,
real quick, right? Spoilers alert.
They threw shit at her, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
They threw shit at her.
Yeah, they threw shit. Dudes waggling, you know what I'm saying, meat rockets at her, everything.
Penis demons.
They was waggling penis demons at her. She went through all that shit, but she always kept her composure. She's always been like just a thug. This time, the the mother of dragons, pummeled her ass. That was the biggest defeat ever. When she was standing in that part by herself, with nobody around her, she was defeated.
And you know what? Done. She still didn't want to tap out.
No, she tapped out. She was done.
No, she did, but she still tried to act like
she was done.
Place.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, like, no, I thought it was fitting. You know what I'm saying? But people need to remember that she was pregnant, man. She was pregnant. And also the fact that
that don't mean shit.
Yeah, it was. No, I think people overreacting.
Does anyone not remember the Red Wedding?
Can't be loving.
No, some of y'all dudes need a group hug. Y'all need a group hug.
Yeah, like, no, this season has been dope. Has it been rushed? Yeah, but that's not their fault. That's because of what's been going on with the budgeting. HBO is like,
no, that is bullshit. That is bullshit.
No, it's not. No, it's not. The truth is they're going to go with this.
Let's get back on topic, man.
Let's get back on topic. But hey, at the end when we do our
thank you, Vodka. Thank you.
Look, no, it was great. Anyway, so let's check it out, right?
Exactly. Vodka said you're wrong because remember the Red Wedding.
PlayStation and Microsoft.
It's opinionated.
PlayStation and Microsoft, they have just announced that they have a partnership. What's going to happen is that PlayStation Now and PlayStation going online in the future will be using the Azure. What is that? Yeah, the Azure. What is that shit called? The whatever.
The cloud.
The cloud.
Azure.
Whatever. Let me be country. Fuck it. But regardless, they're going to be using Microsoft's backing in order for their online to be capable.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've all made different type of suggestions. We thought that, I know I said that I thought that they were going to team up with Verizon, but other people thought that they were going to go with someone else. But no one suspected that Xbox, or I should say Microsoft, was going to be the ones that were going to save PlayStation's online infrastructure and save Sony in the future when the new wave of how gaming is going to go is. Let's just be real about that. Let's not hold anything back. Let's just be real about it. Today was a very good, yesterday was a very good day for Microsoft. Probably the best that they've ever had this generation, because we all know that Sony's infrastructure with online capability has been suspect. It's very suspect. So I'm going to go to our guest, and I'm going to let her chime in, and I'm going to go through everybody individually, and then I'm going to go and fire their ass up too, because I think everybody on this panel has been waiting for this moment. Not because, because we're all gamers. We all own a PlayStation 4. We all do. But the fact of it is that it's time for them to be the Cersei. It's time for them to be humbled. Lady Infamous, what is your thoughts about this? What does this mean for Xbox? What's this mean for PlayStation? What does it mean overall from your perspective?
I'm gonna tell you like this: it's a power move because how advanced with technology is. It's gonna be more streamlined. It's gonna be more digital. It's gonna be more streaming outlets available for customers to be able to get games quicker. I'm surprised. I did not know that this was coming. I believe it's great because it is a first step to crossplay. That's all I want. You know what I mean? All I want is to not pay $120 minimum to play the same games, to play with my friends. You know what I mean? It can happen, and this is the beginning steps. And plus, they knocked out their competitor, which was Amazon. Or no, I'm sorry, Google, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was another power move because they're not giving them a chance to get the games that they need for their streaming service to get it popping. So it's great for me. But what I see also as well is like people on Twitter be on some grape juice. I'm seeing on some grape Kool-Aid and stuff. We are, as time go by, these games are going to be blurring the lines, and one day we're going to be able to play everywhere, anywhere, whatever platform with whoever. So what else you guys are going to bash about it? I personally, I'm embracing it. So that's all I got to say.
So what you're saying, lady, is that for a lot of YouTubers out there that's been feeding off of this negativity about the console war, it seems
that's
like
their problem. That's not my problem.
It seems like there's going to be a lot of black roses given.
That's not my problem because I don't give out that type of content. Everybody knows that I try to expand my gaming horizon. Oh. So you're not going to be like, I ain't going to talk about no shit that I don't pay hard or money for. I'm not going to talk shit about the PC if I done earned the PC to play these games. I don't do that shit. I'm like, cool. What's up with the cross-plat? I want to play Mortal Kombat cross-plat. I want to play Call of Duty cross-plat. You know what I'm saying? I want to see some games from Sony come through to the Xbox platform. I want to see Xbox infrastructure layout on the PlayStation. I need customer service to get better on the PlayStation. I need voices on the cliffs for Xbox. It's a plenty of things that can happen. But on that other shit, on that I base my content on bashing one console, that's their business, that's their problem, that's their bridge they got to cross. That is not me.
Hang on, what's up with all this kumbaya shit? Come on,
everybody got their opinion.
I ain't talking about you. I'm not talking about her. I'm not breaking it down like a shotgun. Because I've been on the interweb. I've been watching the interweb for the last 2 days since I heard this shit going down. Let's give it a buck. They're paying for a service. Why would Microsoft won't take their money? Microsoft could take anybody's money. If it was Amazon, it was going to go to Amazon. Amazon won't take Sony money. Amazon got a cloud service base too. They just went with the best. I don't know why everybody's all up in all about this. This is a business move where they know, okay, we know how they get down. Xbox Live don't go down. They don't have scheduled maintenance and all this other stuff. So let's go with the best. And we bow down and we gonna run on their service. But don't Microsoft give their service to all the developers that make games? If you make games for Xbox, they give it to you for free. So Microsoft is taking Sony's money. They already taking Sony money with Havoc. They're taking Sony money with Minecraft. What's wrong with taking money? Sony is money making Mitch. That's my man. That's what I mess with them. Money making. This is a business decision. Yeah, I'm gonna sit there like I'm holding hands. No, it's still gonna be exclusive. There ain't gonna be nothing. They're gonna still have exclusives. Sony gonna still do their first party exclusives, their story based games, all that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna still have all that stuff.
Okay, hold on. Do anybody want to pay the bills, or do I need to?
I will do it. I will do it.
Yeah.
Okay, Sir X-Man with the $5 donation. I love Xbox, but it's going to be the end of them if they don't stop being nice with the other consoles. That's not how you're gonna go. That's not how you win. Bring back the old team. Ooh.
Whoa! This partnership is two-way street now.
Okay, but hold on. We gonna. Everybody's gonna get their turn. We got plenty of time tonight. Everybody's gonna have their turn. So, Sir X-Man, we hear you. Lady,
but I'm
sorry. 100. Go ahead and finish what you got.
Yeah, let me bust. Sorry, X-Man. That's $1 man plus 50 grand is non-playing. Mortal Kombat having ass. Let me tell him. Let me break it down. Sir X-Man, this is a business. You gonna have to do so. Trust me, I do business with people I don't want to do with. I work for a corporation. They do business they don't want to do with. It's all about business. It is what it is. You have to understand. They're showing to be nice. Guess what you're showing? What they're doing. They're showing they're being good with Sony. So some of them third-party Japanese games that was coming out.
I'm sorry, Red Dead. This is my gameplay, but Red Dead is the game of the year 2018.
Garbage.
In my opinion. Go ahead.
No, we're not gonna go there. We're gonna go to the topic, fam.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, but all them third-party handouts that Sony was getting, look what Microsoft just did to the East. They showing love to the East. So some of them games gonna turn multi-plat. That's what Killer Phil is over there doing his thing. See y'all don't look at it in the horizon. They're doing stuff for a reason. Like, come on, Sony. Yeah, like they're doing it for a reason. Like some of these games, like you wanted Persona 5. I don't know why you want it, but Persona 5 come on Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Bloody, what you was talking about a few earlier today. All them games you got to play on PlayStation because they don't the Yakuzas and all that. What about the Yakuzas? They were like, hey, the West is playing good with us, fair with us, so let's go play fair with them. It's business.
Exactly, and that's why Sega already said that they're gonna go multi-plat. Why not?
Okay, all right. So you done 100?
Yeah, I'm done with my rant.
All right, okay, cool. All right, I want people to address Sir X-Man and his thoughts. So I'm going to go to you, Operations. What is your thoughts about this whole situation? Plus, if you want to do first, try to comment back at Sir X-Man.
Oh yeah, I'll try to. So if we have not heard these things before, Microsoft needs to stop being kumbaya. The market leader does not need to follow the loser. PlayStation is the only brand with a decade console exclusives. They ended the console war. Sony does not need to change what they are. They are the market leader. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. How long have we been hearing this shit? Past couple of years now and whatnot? Mm-hmm. And people refuse to see the change that was happening. Some was actually pretty blatant, others was not as well. And like, look at it right now. Sony and Fanatics have been getting bushwhacked for the past couple of years or so. They lost their nerve on crossplay. Sony allowed that. BC is confirmed for PS5. I do believe. What's the weird dude name that's head of Sony, the PS5? That real weird that made Knack. Remember his name? Mark Cerny.
The one they let him get out the basement every now and then.
Yeah, for BC for PS5 as well. Streaming is not going to be a viable option for a PlayStation going forward in due time, of course. And now look at this: Sony and Microsoft are working together to benefit each other at this point. If y'all don't realize by now they do not care about your console war narratives, I don't know what to tell you at this point. Like this, I don't know. Like the narratives they sprouted up to fabricate just to save face for this shit is ridiculous. Now they got people talk about Xbox are talking about they lost their only exclusive with Azure servers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Me personally, I've never seen no one claim to have that as an exclusive. I personally never seen it before. I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen. But at the same point, at this time, why is it even important? Like literally, they announced a partnership. The only thing to think about is Xbox. Talk about exclusively lost at this point. Like, are y'all really that bothered by the fact that you don't even want to talk about it? Like, you don't even want to acknowledge it. You bring up everything else but the matter of the fact at hand. It's just sad. Like the amount of mental gymnastics, lunacy that's been sprouted across Twitter these past couple of days. It's an all-time sad. And of course, to address what Sir Xbox said, I don't remember what he said exactly, but like, if this partnership they're both doing is going to benefit both of them because Sony does have access to Azure servers, and at the same time, Microsoft does have access to Sony's sensor. I believe their camera sensors.
Camera sensors.
Yeah, that. And correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe they are the best in the business when it comes to their sensors. So it's like they really knocked that apart with this deal.
It was the camera sensors that kept them afloat for a while.
We gotta pay the bills again.
Lady?
Oh, lady's muted.
I'll pay the bills.
Go ahead.
All right. So, to Sir X-Men for the $2 super chat, he said, "Do you really think Sony is going to play fair?" Question mark.
What do you mean by play fair? Like, the deal is like they get access to their servers, Microsoft get access to their camera sensors at this point. I don't really, if they want to be insidious about it, that's going to turn to a legal battle real quick. They're going.
But it's a contract.
Yeah,
it's a blind contract.
But Xbox could always pull out though. So it's
so
one of those things. So
Sony
has to play nice. This isn't a thing where Sony can go ahead and try to pull some bullshit, and then it's like, oh well, no. Xbox, all Xbox has to do is cut that, be like the ATF and shut your shit down. Take away their servers, and then let Sony fend for themselves on that.
Yeah, Sir X-Men, I hear you on this, but like, if they try to finesse Microsoft anyway, they're gonna get hit hard, and they're gonna feel that shit for years to come. So like, it is in their best interest to play ball, do what the contract says, and just move on with it. And
You better go make this paper stop bullshitting.
Right, exactly.
Because Google got paper, okay?
Yeah.
And they're gonna since now that Sony made this collabo with Microsoft, they're gonna have to find some other avenues to get a catalog of games. And
And now to address
well, I think Google gonna come out with. Google got a little partnership with Ubisoft. I think they're gonna start off
I don't think that's not enough right now at this moment.
But they think about it. I think they're gonna come. Because think about it. I love it. Like I say, I love everything. Android, Google, everything. Love them. But Google has a lot of failures too. And no one wants to admit that. You forgot what happened to Google Glass. Where that shit at? In the trash. You know what I'm saying? They have enough money to throw stuff away, but you got to get partnerships. And I remember when they talked about Stadia and everything, Microsoft came out and said, who you partner with other than Ubisoft?
And how long will they stay too?
Now you could probably get indies and stuff like that. And like I said, I tried Stadia. I tried it. Played it on home and when I was at the job. It ran pretty good, but no one hit it. Thing about it is, no one hit that bad boy. It was a limit. Like, okay, we're gonna put 100,000 here, 100,000 here. You ain't had 1 million people hit your server at one time. So, yeah, Google can do the thing, but I think what Sony did was like, hey, I'm gonna go with. I saw what Microsoft did. What they talking about, what they doing. Cause think about it, Sony's losing money. You forgot they bought Gaikai. They bought Online. That is a loss. What is that? $350 million down the drain.
Yeah, Gaikai was a major investment that they just kind of threw in the trash. But that's a whole nother thing too.
Let me pay this bill real quick. Sir X-Man with the $2 donation. Thank you for answering my question. That was a $2 donation.
Oh, no doubt, man, no doubt. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but like, yeah, there's no way somebody can finesse Microsoft and not get away with it at this point. But to address some of the fanboys on the internet, talk about as far as losing the exclusive games. With this partnership, I don't see PS5 games going to Xbox and vice versa at this point. If that is the case, that is what they want to do, that is years from now, like 5+ years minimum at this point. Like
this is why Forza, this is why Forza is the king of all racing. I'm sorry.
You really
always want to talk about this thing.
Oh my goodness.
Next podcast.
Step that gameplay up, man. Everybody else got to step it up.
Around this.
Delilah just gave homage to my gameplay. She said, Mega, I see you. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all see this?
Yeah, like
this man is over there fawning over himself like a narcissist.
You big ass prima donna. Come on.
Damn.
Put the mirror down, Mega. Stop staring at yourself. You beautiful. Stop telling it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I am so pretty.
Yeah, I'll end it. Like, this partnership is in its infancy right now, so I doubt we'll see anything like manifest for like a couple of years or so, maybe 4+ years at this point. Because they announced it to us right now. They could have been talking about this for the past 6 months or so. So we really don't see anything happen for a good while at this point. But whoever wants to jump in next, y'all go ahead.
All right, so let me go to Livewire. Let me get his perspective of this because I know everybody's chomping at the bit to talk about this. So, Live, what is your thoughts about this? And if you want to answer Sir X-Man's question, you can as well.
I think this benefits both. They're going to get exactly what they need more so than just sensors and servers, because it benefits the gamers, because a lot of the PlayStation guys have been talking about how traditional consoles are the way, and that's the only way it's going to happen, because that's what PlayStation is doing, and on top of it, PS Now is shit anyway, so it's not like we're going to use
shit,
right? So with that being said, now that Microsoft is under the hood, they're going to go in there. They got to clean out those raccoons or whatever the fuck they got in those server rooms. They're going to fix that shit. And now people that don't necessarily want to go and buy another PlayStation, but they still like their games, you don't really have to worry about getting a shitty service when Microsoft is going to back it. You feel me? So it's a win-win for either way. If you want to just stay with the console, cool. But if you want to use PlayStation Now to run it on Azure, then hey, man, you're going to have a quality service there. Microsoft not only gets that, they get the data that they're going to want, because they gotta control that shit. So they're going to get the data they need in order to figure out how to make the service even better for not only PlayStation, because it's not like they're going to give them shitty service. That's not how you do business. You don't give them shitty service and then try to make your shit better. I mean, you try to put your best foot forward either way. And I don't think Microsoft looks at them as, I think people look at these two guys as going head to head, as like, well, one has to beat the other, and then there only could be one. Where it's more like,
saying some Highlander shit.
Think it's more. Think of it as wrestling back in the late '90s, early 2000s. It's more like The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? One guy was bad, the other guy was good, right? But they both needed each other, because both of them playing their positions created great interest for the industry of wrestling. It's kind of the same thing for the video games. If Microsoft is shit and falls off, and PlayStation is the only one at the top, at some point people aren't going to give a fuck, especially with all these newcomers coming in, because you don't know what the quality of the service that they're going to be providing. You hope it's great, but you don't know. But as long as you have a staple, like at least two at the top, really putting out premium products. I mean, Nintendo's always going to do what Nintendo does, but their fan base are loyal and they stick to that. But like most people, people that don't care for those games aren't going to just wake up one day and be like, well, you know what? I don't like PlayStation no more, so fuck it. I guess I'm going to play Nintendo. No, they're just going to do something else. Like nobody's going to be playing Uncharted and all of a sudden turn around and be like, you know what? Fuck it. Might as well play Mario. Like, no, that's not happening, dog. Not maybe a hardcore gamer, but the casual, no, they're just fucking, they're just watching Netflix or something. So, moving forward, it's beneficial for both. You got to have both companies pushing each other forward. And if Microsoft's going to help Sony have a better service, it helps the industry in a whole. Because them falling off in that aspect doesn't help us, because we get a shitty service, and it doesn't help the industry. We need Sony to still be doing good things overall, and we know the console thing is limited, and we can't afford for them to be 20 years behind everybody else. They can have the greatest games in the world, but if nobody's consuming content the way they're providing it, what the fuck does it matter? You can have the best album of the year, but if the only way I can get it is on disc,
facts.
Motherfucker, you just asked out with the amount of people that are going to listen to it.
No, that's well said. 108. What is your thoughts? Oh no, you said you want to go last, so I'm gonna wait till you go last. Knuckles, it's your turn.
All right, hang on, give me a second here. I'm gonna articulate this a little bit. I'm gonna keep this one a little clean.
Oh shit!
All right, so
wow!
You gonna keep it clean? Are you sure? Whoa!
Hey, hang on.
What the hell you drinking? The whole pint?
Let me pay some more bills.
Yeah, you pay some bills while I finish this 151.
Oh wow! You think, Sir X-Man with the $5 donation? You think Microsoft is going? You think Microsoft is going to now help Sony with their backwards compatibility from PS3?
No,
They're a software company. Microsoft could do it.
No way.
So, let me hit.
Appreciate the follow, Hell on Fire.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and break this down. So, for those who actually read the article,
is listening to us. Thank you.
Yeah. So, for those who actually read the article, what it explained between the partnership is that, as everyone's been kind of saying, is that it's them partnering to let Sony use the Azure Microsoft clouds to host their streaming services through PS Now and anything that they have going forward to use for gaming, as well as it's a partnership to expand both companies' streaming services for any future endeavors. Both companies for any future streaming endeavors. So what that means, we already know what Microsoft is planning to do with xCloud. They've seen how PS Now has worked. They're helping to give them a more stable system because currently the servers that PlayStation has been utilizing to host PS Now has had multiple issues. They went with Microsoft because of the fact that Microsoft Azure cloud servers have been utilized by other gaming companies to host for cloud gaming or any other use and has been proven multiple times to be successful, viable, and the best option for gaming. When you're looking at an outside competitor and a huge conglomerate such as Google offering the only other cloud-based servers, and they are already announcing that they are going and competing and trying to gain as much business and already have a large war chest behind them. You don't want to help further their own catalog that would actually harm where you're trying to compete against. Google already has the infrastructure for streaming because of the fact that they are a internet-based company. They have their streaming already set up using their own browser on the internet through through Chrome and all their Chromebooks and Chromecasts and all that stuff. They already have a foundation. You don't want to utilize them, especially if you've never seen how their servers have been tested in the gaming space. Sony partnering with Microsoft is a good place because of the fact that Microsoft using the Azure cloud servers has been proven by multiple developers in the past. Now, this is a mutual partnership. Yes, Sony is paying Microsoft to utilize those servers. However, it is still helping them both ways because one, Microsoft isn't going to try and gyp them or do any sort of stupid shit like that. No, they're going to give them the best service that they can. They're going to help them utilize and build upon the infrastructure that Sony already has because it's going to be hosted there. Sony now has a better cloud-based system to utilize and grow their own infrastructure that is being properly hosted from a more secure place, as well as there's the talks already about what Microsoft can get out of it. And one of the biggest things is the fact that Sony is the leading in camera sensors. What I mean by that is that the camera business is what kept Sony afloat when their TVs were not doing so well. Before the PlayStation was kind of making the money that it is now, and a lot of their other endeavors, because Sony tries to dabble in everything, but they don't ever succeed in everything. Their cameras is one of the biggest parts, and they've always had solid camera sensors. It's what makes the PlayStation Move very popular as it is that we see now, especially with the PlayStation VR, as well as their own camera line. This also helps to open up what Microsoft can use, not necessarily for gaming, but for any other endeavors, such as growing their mixed reality or virtual reality aspects by using those camera sensors for their mixed reality, for HoloLens. People are suggesting Kinect 3.0. I don't think we'll see that. I think it's going to go more towards their focus on HoloLens and their growing interest in mixed reality. With that being said, this entire partnership is showing that this console war stuff isn't where it is. The console war bullshit is a manufactured byproduct of what we create. It isn't how companies are looking at it. If you look at a lot of the interviews that Sean Layden and Yoshida and others have said in the past, they don't look at it like that. They understand that gaming is gaming. There are certain aspects where some shine and some don't. They know where Sony's best at. They know where Microsoft's best at. They know where Nintendo's best at. At some point in the future, everything's going to be united. Everything's going to be working in tandem. Yes, everyone's going to do their own thing separately, but at the end of it all, it is still gaming. This partnership is to show that the big three, the originals, the ones who helped kind of set this all up, are focused on the future that a lot of the other industries that grew because of the internet are seeing and trying to get into. They want to help push what they established in the proper form for the future to avoid any outside competition that is actually a grave issue. Google has the money. They have the infrastructure. They kind of have the aggressive business practices to really support them. Apple has the money. They've had a solid infrastructure. They have a solid market and gaming aspect. They are the two biggest competitions to the big three. Them focusing on what they need to do for the future helps to push this. Will they play fair? It's 50-50, but it is still a business. They do have certain practices that they have to involve through everything. As for the fact of backwards compatibility, no, that's going to go through architecture. That's going to have to go through emulation that's coming from the company themselves. They already stated with the PS4 emulating PS3 software, it's already hard. Are they going to be able to perfect it with the PS5 going to PS3? That's still up in the air because they already said that it's still fairly hard because of the way that the architecture and the operating system was set up for the PS3. I don't think that the PS5 can emulate the PS3 easily. Will it be able to? I think they will possibly be able to pull it off, but it's going to take a lot of work. But it is definitely a possible future, but they're not going to get help from Microsoft on that. That's just my thoughts on this all.
All right, cool. Other Zinc, stop tripping. This game right here is dope, man. This game is fire.
The gameplay is whack. Let's go.
You crazy. The gameplay is fire. Look at that. I slapped the shit out of you like this old man just did. Stop talking.
Delilah, why are you hating on me right now?
Listen.
Don was throwing some jabs. Don was like,
don't worry, Delilah. Lemon got you. I got you.
Okay, hold on.
The one time that I articulate and actually speak,
very articulate. It was very well spoken.
I'm getting hated on.
Very long-winded. Very long-winded.
That man said he
was very long-winded. I could have went. I thought I was reading an article that was talking to me like an audio book.
Big shout out to Ace Junkie. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Ace Junkie, for following on Mixer, man. Appreciate it, man. I hope that if you play Mortal Kombat, we're going to be having a Mortal Kombat fight night this weekend. I'm ready to get back into it.
Everyone hating on me.
No, don't hate on you, man. Don't worry about it. I thought
it was a good PowerPoint presentation. I don't know what everybody else thought.
He took as long as your show. That's why.
I thought I was in the corporate office and shit. I looked around, had a flashback like I'm sitting in a meeting and shit.
Never quoted on anything. He said, why is he reading the whole chapter? This isn't the Oprah Book Club. Damn, Tax, don't do that. Don't do that. But anyway.
Hey, at least I kept that one.
It was
bloody. Breathe.
I appreciate it. It was intelligent.
You know that you talk for about 45 minutes without coming up for air.
That is the beauty of being a performer. Look at comedians; they go up on
performer. You're not.
You see they drink water. You see they drink water. They stop and drink water and sip and shit.
We're better than that.
We gotta pay the bills. Anybody want to pay the bills?
Sir X-Man, do it. Yeah, you do it, Bloody. You got so much to say.
X-Men 2 for the $2 super chat. Quantum Break videos, we better than that. No, we ain't, because Quantum Break was goodness, sir.
Quantum Break was good. And this game is dope. This meant, look, the triads is over here. Man, look at that. That dude pulled out blades. You got to play this game. This game got multiple endings. It's fantastic.
Is this fun. Night Shift?
It's Night Shift. Night Shift is dope.
Oh, Night Shift.
Hey, thank you. The Black Rider saying that.
Right off the bat.
Night Shift.
Yeah, this game is dope, man. That's what this is. It's a game. Right off the bat, I got the best ending. Right off the bat, I got the best thing because I did everything proper. Watch how I finesse these dudes.
Yo, Tito, can we get on with the topic?
Shut your ass
up. Come on, you ain't Mike.
Look, we got some triad plays right there. I'm like, oh shit, son, I got to do something, and I had to finesse them. Anyway,
That's a movie game.
Yeah. It's called Night Shift. It's really good. It's
I know, but I got Night Shift.
Look at that. Kunastina's like, I've been wanting to play it. This game is dope, man. It's dope.
You want to play everything.
And Ace Junkie said, I just started playing this game. Check it out. Follow my steps and you will succeed. All right, 108 Dragons. Lead us out of here. Well, I'm going to lead us out of here. But
I'm leading us out of here. I'm going last.
Oh, he going last? Okay, go. I already finished. I already did mine.
Yeah. Who else? I thought you was last. Only person was left was no, because I went to everybody. You are last. Oh, no, you want me to go, and then you go last.
Yeah, go.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm the host of the show.
No, this is our show.
You bastard. You right. Anyway, all right, so let me just make this point. Okay, first off, this is how I look at it, right? Okay, so KMEGA don't toot his horn too much, right? I really don't, except for my gameplay. I always toot my horn with gameplay. But for this, I'm going to toot my motherfucking horn. I'm going to toot it. I'm going to toot. I have been saying this forever. It was when I've been debating people, when I've been going out and been saying, when I was in debates, when I first called somebody Barney Rubble.
When they slandered your name?
Yeah, when they slandered my name, I called somebody Barney Rubble because they said this shit. They have been gamers has been thinking that gaming was going to just stay one way, and I told them, I'm stressed to them, gaming can't stay the old way, because that's how, if you go back to the 80s, that's how gaming died, because they just kept on doing things the same way. And then Nintendo came and changed the game, and then gaming kept going, and then gaming kind of went through its own fail, and then everybody tried to pop in there, Panasonic, everything else in the 90s, and then the ones that maintained knew how to evolve. They knew what they were talking about, and they survived. The others failed. Some even turned into third-party companies. Sega. Lady Infamous. Damn, Lady Infamous paid. Oh, damn. Pay your own bills.
Nuh-uh. I want somebody else on the panel to pay my bills.
All right. Okay, shout out to Lady Infamous 415, the queen of the Bay, throwing that $4.99 super chat. Grown Women Gaming in the house. The best thing on Saturday. Come live at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 Eastern, with the best ladies out there, Delilah, L Boogie, Sharice, and of course, Lady Infamous herself. Hashtag GWG, baby.
Facts. Go ahead.
Thank you. I like that. Okay.
See, that's what
I like that.
I like it.
You know, I am a hype man. That's what I do.
Okay, so check this out, right? So this is the thing. This is the thing right here, though. This is really good for all gamers. I mean, because most of us out here, especially Xbox fans, we own multiple consoles. Nobody has ever said that they hated God of War. I've said that I wasn't going to buy this God of War.
Oh, I have.
I bought it before I even had a PlayStation.
Yeah, but this the thing is, like I said, I wasn't gonna. Okay, my bad. There was people that said they hated God of War, but regardless, all I'm saying is that we don't just look at a PlayStation game and just say, "Oh, that game is trash," without even giving it an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in Days Gone. But I asked live. I've asked other people that's played Days Gone. There's some people that love it. There's some people that hate it. That kind of sounds like another game, like Crackdown 3.
Facts.
But the one thing that trips me out is that with Days Gone, because I like it, you gotta like it too. With Crackdown 3, you like it. You're a fanboy. You're an ex-coon. You're an ex-slave. Because you just got to like everything that Phil told you to like. This is the thing that I am so excited about. Is because those people that was screaming, no parody, and all that punk ass shit, it's dead. It's gone. Sony sit there and forsaken you fake ass flip-floppers for good. What are you going to do now? Where are you going to run now? Where are you going to go now? Everybody that sit there and talk about exclusives and try to pinpoint certain exclusives to go this point, well, PlayStation's always going to keep their games on one device. Nope. What they just did is proved and showed to everybody that your narrative, that you listen to these yahoos out here, that they made not only an ass of you, but they made you eat that same big plate of crow all at the same damn time. This is bigger than your fascination with PlayStation. This is bigger than your console war. This is bigger than your thoughts about of your sales numbers debate. Everybody out there knows if you can sell 100 million consoles, that's great. That's fantastic. But when Xbox or Google or anybody else that could stream, Epic Games, stream, whatever, Steam, whatever, can say, oh, you know what, those 100 million consoles, that's amazing. That's fantastic. But you know what? We got 250 million users over here on this side. And all our shit is digital. We don't have any hardware that you need to worry about. What do you think that that's going to look like with Sony at the end of the day? You better thank Killer Phil and Microsoft and the head of Microsoft for believing in gaming to give PlayStation a pass. Because if the roles were reversed, I don't think Sony would give Xbox that opportunity.
Preach.
I don't think it would. But Microsoft gave you that pass, gave you PlayStation fanatics that goddamn pass to save yourself. You can still talk about your exclusives and about your games of the years and all that shit, because you know what the truth is? Bottom fucking line is that if you still stayed with the old fucking guard, PlayStation would be bought by somebody else with more fucking money. That is the truth. That is no lie. That is no gimmick. You can record that shit. You can send that shit out on Twitter, on social media, and I guarantee you there will be plenty of people that will support my claim because it is a fact. If that isn't a fact, then Sony wouldn't be going out there taking Microsoft's hand in support. And Microsoft is laughing their way to the bank and also going to be at E3 to show off all their good shit.
So you think Sony gonna show up on their stage?
And Sony gonna probably show up on their stage, and they're probably gonna be more shit, probably about crossplay, everything that you defended. You guys got to bend the fucking knee.
Oh man, that'd be hilarious. That'd be a perfect E3 if Sony showed up.
You would defend these fanatics was going crazy over crossplay, going crazy over it. Yeah, but the Xbox on here, you got paywalls. You got to play these games on paywall. You got paywalls. God damn it, I can't play Street Fighter goddamn 5 without no paywall on PSN. So you telling me that free-to-plays is more important than the $60 games? Shut your ass up. I'm going to let Lemon go ahead and finish this off, but there's one more thing that I got to say. There's one more thing I got to say. How does it feel for the person, for the team that you over here kept on knocking is over here supporting and saving your fucking company's skin? You know what? Who's the slave now? Since y'all talking all that shit. How many of these PlayStation fans out here talk all that shit about Xbox games, going to mobile, going to PC, when the reality is that God of War is going to be coming over to mobile phones here pretty soon? I can get the chance when Rain Away app comes over to the Xbox. I can't wait to stream God of War again on my Xbox because that's exactly where we're going. PlayStation don't give a fuck about your interests. Remember how so many of you PlayStation fanatics came at me talking about Xbox don't care about your interests, KMEGA? They don't care about yours either, if that's the case. The fanboy wars is at the beginning of its end. Just like Game of Thrones is about to be at its end. The end is nigh, bitches. And we're going to start seeing these black roses come on these channels. Go ahead, my brother Lemon, preach.
Delilah, you're gonna have to excuse my vocabulary because the shit about to get real. November 15th, 2001 is when the whole infrastructure of Azure servers was implemented. For those of you who think this is a partnership, this ain't no goddamn partnership. This is Sony bending the knee because they have no idea about online. They have 3 services that you can't even change your goddamn PSN name. Microsoft 2.5 years ago offered the services to PlayStation, but PlayStation was popping shit because they had the market in console sales. But for those of you who don't know, you have Amazon's AWS service, which is big. You have Google service, which is being locked out of every state because the local companies like Comcast, Verizon, Cablevision will not let them in the market. So they are being stopped. But everybody's looking at the situation and they're saying, oh, this is kumbaya. It's really not. Sony has bent the knee. Have no idea where they're going with this online infrastructure. They had to go back to Microsoft. That's number one. Number two, they are being all 3 consoles, big manufacturers are being challenged by outside entities that want to capitalize on this $135 trillion market. Oh, we're gonna start a streaming service. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Nintendo been on board. They've been cross-platform playing. Sony has been the Bentleys of the team and ain't been a Bentley since like 07. So now they're jumping on board. But you know what this is really bad for? This is excellent for the gamers, but this is bad for you fake-ass YouTube content creators who feed off this console war bullshit.
Oh, my God.
First thing they say is, Lemon Channel, he's talking about the Switch. He's talking about PlayStation. But he get cut and he bleeds green. You know why? Because I'm a multi-console gamer, suckers. Where's your content gonna go now? What side you gonna pick to sway people's opinion for your clickbait content? Game over. Your boy Lemetheus was right from day one. Now that Sony's crossed over, we're not gonna get God of War. We're not gonna get God of War on Xbox. No. That's not gonna happen. We still gonna have exclusives. But guess what Sony's saying? At least we can compete with Stadia. Thanks, Microsoft. Bend the goddamn knee. I'm cracking bottles and y'all gonna kneel down like my boy Bloody to my boy King David at E3. Facts! That's where we going with it. I am so sick and tired of this console war bullshit because your budget is low. You got to make a choice.
But Lemon, you preaching.
Wait, let me finish.
You preaching right now.
Let me finish. This console war comes down to motherfuckers' wallets. They can't be at Christmas and buy the 3 Switch games, buy the 4 Xbox games, buy the 5 PlayStation exclusives. They got to make a choice.
Yeah, you know that's the one thing that cracks me up too. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to my boy Pred, man, on the next podcast. He said this and it threw me back because I said this one line on next podcast and I said that I'm drinking now so I can't remember. I
can finish now.
But what'd you say?
I can finish.
Oh, I thought you was done.
I ain't done with these suckers.
Oh, go ahead, finish. We got. Hold on. How much we got 6 minutes.
What I'm saying is, people, step your game up. Bring your game, not your name. Nobody want to hear this console war bullshit no more. All your favorite YouTubers out in these gaming streets swaying you away from gaming. Don't play Gears. It's garbage. Forza sucks. Or they'll be on the other end. Today, PlayStation made a great announcement. Stick with your real YouTubers that's doing real shit. It's not about bending the knee for Sony. They just noticed they can't keep up. They're not futurenaires. Otherwise, they don't.
I ain't never thought I'd hear the day to tell you full of all this BS
hold on,
right
now. Hold on, I'm being real.
You full of BS right now because I'm so tired. I'll put this way. No, because Lemon, You my man for 50 grand.
Let him finish.
But what's the difference of me being a Laker fan and I go have to say, I tell Lemon, hell with OKC. What's the difference?
Well, let him finish though. 100.
But I'm saying the kumbaya is over, man. All this, I'm talking about the nonsense that this generation has been feeding into. The resolution wars, dudes talking about 8K, they ain't got 4K money. It's about gaming at the end of the day. And when everybody's out here fighting, we all been to E3. Is there a gaming console war at E3?
No.
Is there?
Yeah. Yes,
no,
it
it's
is.
not.
Hell no.
Man, you got dudes walking around, got PlayStation, Xbox on their stuff.
But honey, that's from the goddamn community. That's the people, not the company.
Yeah, but y'all got man.
No.
See, this is what I get out of this.
Let me finish.
Why it's like why you? I ain't had nothing. I ain't even talk.
Yeah, you did talk.
No, I talked for like 6 seconds. But damn, it's like y'all act like what's wrong with competition? You think what we just do the other day?
It had nothing to do with what I said.
Hang on, what we do the other day? Remember, I was telling you about getting
on Xbox.
You talking about? I'm so tired of everybody being kumbaya. I can be. What's my purpose? I can say fuck Sony. I still say fuck Sony. I don't like Sony nothing. But that don't make me not a gamer. I don't prefer it. Just like I don't like
and I'm not knocking that.
I don't like fish. I don't eat fish.
Because look,
no. What I'm saying is,
guys, what does this have to do? Let him finish.
First of all, you interrupted me. That's number one. First of all, I'm not even talking about console versus console. I'm talking about negative situations. Talking about other situations. It's okay to be a preferred console, whatever you want to do. We talking about the negative people that went on bashing and went like these dudes are at each other's throats at the pinnacle of these companies. We talking about the leaders of these companies that got together because they're being challenged by outside entities. When everybody's talking about a console
that's way
war,
more important than they console war fanboys.
Right. We're talking about the big picture. I'm not talking about an individual. What I'm saying is they're being challenged by Stadia, Amazon. They're trying to get into the market. So now what they do, it's not about kumbaya. We're still going to have the Halos. We're still going to have the Marios on Nintendo. We're still going to have the God of Wars. But what they're doing is it's like console versus you guys. So what we're going to do is team up, not to the point where games are going to be on each other's systems. The point where we're going to make sure when it comes to streaming, y'all going to be looking from the outside in because it's about what we're bringing to the table and you brand new to the market. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm done.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm not understanding 100. Why is it that? I mean, look, if you still want to say fuck PlayStation, fuck Xbox, fuck Nintendo, that you still can. It's your channel. It's your perspective. But understand this: that gamers out here are tired. They're tired.
What? Hang on. I'm so tired of you saying that they're tired. How many of these damn channels that hate on Xbox? How many channels that hate on PlayStation?
That's not what I'm talking about.
Hang on. So you want to sit there talking about everybody do not want to be? I don't want to be kumbaya. I want to take Sony money, but I ain't in no kumbaya like, oh, this is better for gaming. No, I want your money.
Thank you.
I want your money.
Okay,
but
I want to take your money.
You want what?
And I'm gonna look out. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna look out. I'm gonna look out for my people.
Money?
Maybe he got stocks. Maybe he got stocks in Microsoft. You
don't got no stocks in Xbox money?
How do you don't know what I got?
You ain't got no stock. You got stocks in Xbox money?
How you know what I got?
You got stocks in Xbox money.
How you know what I got?
I'm asking you right now. Do you got?
I'm just telling you. I ain't gonna tell the world what I got. That's my personal business.
At the end of the day, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's like why you can't. I'm so tired of everybody want to sit there and like, well, why we all can be cool? Yeah, we can be cool. but it's not. But at the end of the day, it's business. This is a business decision. It ain't a personal decision.
No,
right? This is business.
But that's where you're wrong, though. There's people that take this shit so literally, so personally.
Well, that's them. That's their problem.
But that's the thing, though. Microsoft has done something. That's why we say that Sony has been the knee. Sony has benefited behind this shit, not Xbox. Sony has been
Xbox has benefit because Xbox is going to do something. Xbox going to benefit from this because Xbox going. That's all. No, hang on. Xbox going to Xbox going to benefit because them third party games that used to come just strictly to Sony gonna come on Xbox day one.
Okay, so yeah, I know that, but I'm saying though, Sony has benefited from the console war this generation. There is no doubt about it. They are the ones that's benefited from it, not Xbox. Xbox has been the one that's been. They've had great quality titles that came out in the beginning of this generation, and they sit there and they got shitted on because of resolution. Word? Mm-hmm. Nobody in the hood that I knew about that motherfucking word except for when it was at the end of the goddamn year and what you was wishing for.
And let me say this for the record.
Not about graphics, but then all of a sudden here comes fools coming to me about I go to my homeboy's house, you know what I'm saying? He a little Damu and shit. You know what I'm saying? Me and him going there talking shit, you know what I'm saying? That tripping and shit. Clowning. We went to school together. He over here playing Madden. He over here talking that bullshit. Oh, them resolutions on that Xbox is trash, I bet. I bet this PlayStation, you ain't seen Madden like this before. I said, motherfucker, you better get your TV weight up. This shit's trash. This shit ashy.
But let me also give props to my man. Let me give props to my man Philosaurus Rex. Because when he said he wanted to reach,
I ain't trying to get out of here yet. I was trying to say
when he wanted to reach 2 billion players, and he had this aspiration of people using Azuri servers, he was ridiculed. My man Philosaurus Rex. Now Sony has changed their ways. We want to reach 2 billion players too. We want to put Sony everywhere. Same situation. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Lemon.
What about gaming?
Yeah, Lemon. Guess what Sony did. But I'm gonna tell you this. This is the point. Remember, we was talking about this the other night. I mean, I said I wanted to do a video, but I didn't. It wasn't like no credible stuff. Like somebody you was telling me, I'm like this. PlayStation now has what? 700,000 subscribers. Xbox Game Pass has what?
9.5 million. So
that's the deal. You're gonna have to dance with the devil now.
Facts. That's what I'm talking about. But I'm also talking about these people that promote this negative gaming war situation.
Well, like the world is negative. It ain't. I'll put it this way: in life, it's gonna be negativity. That's why I don't watch the Housewives of Atlanta, and I don't watch the other little shows and stuff that degrade these beautiful black women over here, and they on high heels, and they cost $6,000, and they trying to beat each other ass. I don't support that.
I mean, I think one of the biggest issues is people. It's hard for people to understand things when they're not looking at it from other perspectives. You know, you got a lot of people, especially, you know, when Phil made those comments talking about you trying to reach 2 billion, and they're like, what? 2 billion, nigga, you can't even hit 100 million, you know? But the whole thing is, you're looking at it as like, this is where I would equate it, right? Look at StubHub, right? That's StubHub and the other multiple food apps out. Right?
Oh, Grubhub, Uber Eats, you got DoorDash.
You said StubHub's a game ticket.
I know, I said it wrong.
Grubhub.
Yeah, Grubhub.
That's and other shit. Yeah, right. You got a lot of people using that shit. But if for somebody who never even considered to use it, them talking about, well, your restaurant doesn't bring in the same number, but we do mad orders for Grubhub. Oh, I don't know nothing about that. I just know that when you look at this restaurant, they have way more people in the building. It's like, dude, you can have all the people in the building you want, but if I'm sending out more food and getting more money, the fuck does that mean to me? You just got a bunch of people coming in, taking up space. I mean, that might be good for your your people that you paying to be waiters and shit, but I'm making more money than you. But people can't. But when they don't see, a line around the corner, they just don't understand that other company's making money.
I just want to see where these content creators' content gonna go now.
Yeah.
All this negative stuff we've been dealing with for the last 3-4 years. I want to see where your content gonna go.
They're gonna switch sides. That's how they do it. That's how they're gonna do it.
Side to switch to Infamous.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna switch it.
You know what? Listen, this is the thing right here. At the end of the day, like, look, if I see Crap getting all the hell that he got, and you know what I'm saying, and that's for the listener to decide.
Hey, did anyone pay the last bill for Sir X-Man?
Oh, hold on.
Hang on. So Sir X-Man with $2 said, "Can we all just get along, please?"
Oh no, everybody.
No.
Not everybody's
Fuck
gonna.
peace.
Not everybody's gonna get. Not everybody's gonna agree with this. That's the one thing about this podcast than others, that not everybody's got to have people come on and try to promote each other to say that they're good guys. We all know who we are. We got a mind of our own. We've always been that way. Some of us, some people have left, some people have stayed, but we all are who we are. And the fact that the matter is that it made it even more unified when we all seen each other and everybody was who they were on the fucking podcast.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact of it is that look, I like I said, Crap has gotten hell from what he's done. He's gotten hell from what he's done. Other people's gotten hell for what they've done. That is for the listener to decide. If there's listeners out there that will flip flop because they like that listener, then so be it. That I'm not here to judge that listener. I just know for me, I have integrity. I have dignity. I be damned.
Pride.
Pride. I am not. Look, I have been called the most defiant motherfucker that you've ever seen on YouTube when it comes to. I hold my stance, and I don't care who you are. You can have 1 million subs, or you can have 1 sub. I care not. If I'm strong on my stance, I'm strong on my stance, and I think that that's how everybody should be. I'm not going to be right all the time, but when I am right, damn it. It's, you know what I'm saying, I would like that same acknowledgement. But the fact of it is that a lot of people don't want to give me that acknowledgement. But I've been right on this one. I've been saying gaming is changing, and everybody out there is going to start seeing that here in the future. PlayStation is not going to stay in that same box, because if they do, they're going to die.
They're going to be left behind.
They're going to be left behind. And what's really crazy is also what I said is that Google is shaking the earth. I've said this on GRG. I said this on Next Podcast. I've even said that on Multiplayer. I've said that on BGST. I said that on Crossfire. I've said that on other places. I said, Google is going to make everybody change because they have capital, that's going to make everybody move and shake, even Microsoft, because they are a major player. And we ain't even talked about Amazon. Now Netflix talking about shit. Rumors of Walmart want to get into the gaming service. It is a lot of money. Even motherfucking Snapchat's talking about trying to do gaming.
That's why the consoles are sticking together, because they're the only one in that circle. Everybody else is trying to do something streaming. So they have to do something. And this is what you're supposed to do. If Sony doesn't have the infrastructure to provide for a PlayStation member, and Microsoft is willing to lend you for a fee their service, that's better for the PlayStation individual. Because they do not have a clue. It's better for the gamer.
It's better for the gamer.
Facts.
And that's what I'm saying. Sony had to bend the knee all the way around because they didn't want crossplay, because they're the lead. They're the lead. They have the market share, and now they're going to have to comply, because Microsoft is like, look.
So you really think that Sony gonna do crossplay? Sony ain't doing no crossplay.
They doing it already.
They're starting it.
Stop.
They start with what? 2 games.
Everything.
2 games.
Why do you think that they're changing their policies all of a sudden? Where
they're doing it. They're doing it. Y'all think this? Y'all thinking they're falling? I don't know why y'all fall.
It's about third party. We're not talking about first party.
I don't know. They're not doing it. They're gonna do it when it means.
You play Fortnite? You play Fortnite?
Hell no, I don't play that
Pay
shit.
for Fortnite,
shit.
He paid for Fortnite, though.
No,
but yeah, he pays for it. How much do we play it? Do you play?
Hell no, I don't play that shit.
What's the other game?
But I'm gonna tell you,
Rocket League.
hey, that's time me to get back to gaming, man. I'm finna go back play some. Matter of fact, get your ass on Madden so I can go kick your ass, and then I can talk shit to you.
I can get on Madden.
Why I'm kicking?
No, I don't want you to get on Madden. I'm always playing on Madden.
Get on 2K. Oh, you ain't got 19 no more, so you can't get this free smoke.
All I gotta do is re-download it. I got everything.
Well, re-download it. Come get this smoke.
Baby.
Come get this smoke.
Don't do that.
Do you really want? I mean, do
come get this.
You don't want that.
Ladies and gentlemen, you hear 100 scared of me and Madden. You hear Lemon scared of me and Madden.
KMEGA can get this smoke right now too. I cut on Madden right now. I'm online in the party. Let's go. I don't give a fuck about them lambs. I told you they dead at that damn. I told you. I kicked your ass in Mortal Kombat 11. Let's go. You want to go? You ain't beat me in Mortal Kombat. You beat him.
No.
Yes, I have beat you in Madden. I done thrashed you.
I'm not talking about you.
I know you're not gonna say 100. I'm not a Madden player. I'm learning. But you know what? The games I know how to play, like Halo. Hey,
what about
Halo?
You got one match on me. You got one match on me and done one day.
Okay, y'all sound like y'all been out.
Again, I wanted to say something.
I'm telling you, I'm on Xbox Live. We can put in what we can do. We can anybody get this smoke tonight. Tear gas. I'm gonna cry.
Tomorrow we about to go in. I can't wait.
I'm saying I ain't got to go. I ain't got to do nothing. I'm gonna kick somebody ass tonight.
Happening tonight. I see a mixer. We can go live. We can stream.
Well, let's go. Put your stuff on. You want to get your ass kicked in Mortal Kombat? We can get that shit too.
All right, see, yeah, I got into it. Okay, let live finish, and then we're gonna go ahead and do our sign outs, and we're gonna get out of here.
I think something that people also missed was due to the fact that people didn't look at the fact that PlayStation is the leader in gaming. Am I not correct about that? Right now, currently, right? Okay. So if their streaming service is terrible, how does that reflect on the rest of gaming? Because that's another thing that Microsoft has. Because if their streaming service is bad, it leaves a bad taste in the people's mouth, which is the reason why a lot of people didn't really want to fuck with Google streaming. Because what did they always mention? PlayStation Now. Because that's the only shit that people knew. It's a handful of people.
Right, it's not that many people. They're not the leaders on online.
People have tried PlayStation Now and just looked at it as like, this shit is shit. So if they didn't get it fixed, a lot of people just wouldn't fuck with it, period. It is in Microsoft's interest to make sure that Sony shit is good, because if they think Sony shit is terrible and they're the market leader, they're gonna automatically say, well, I mean, Sony.
Not true. Everybody knows Microsoft is number one online. People, that's known.
Everybody,
majority.
Everybody who's a gamer knows.
Yeah, everybody's a gamer, but not casuals know.
Because casuals still believe that PlayStation. This motherfuckers out here talking about the PlayStation Pro is the best looking console. Because that's what What do people say? It's good enough. It's just as good. If the media is not hyping up the X way over the Pro.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. The last year they've been saying how the games are crushing PlayStation 4 Pro.
How they were talking about PS4 versus Xbox, the OG. But they talked about PS4 versus Xbox OG every single game that came out.
Right.
And they had multiple articles.
We don't see those videos like that no more. Matter of fact, last week we talked about that. We talked about that on next podcast. You're right. They don't even bring those videos up like that no more.
Because that's not what the majority of the people that give them clicks want to see. They don't want to see blemishes on shit that they bought. They just want to talk shit about shit they don't have.
Exactly.
That's just how it is, I mean, this has been going on for a long time. The whole Xbox. Look, man.
Competition is good. I enjoy competition.
Look, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But what I'm saying is the the narrative and how outlandish shit. I mean, shit. Come on, man. They was talking about PS3, talking about it was better than the fucking a supercomputer in the fucking in space shuttles and shit. And
remember they said the PS3 couldn't be sold in Iraq because it could control Scud missiles.
No, only thing that the PlayStation 3 could do is get terrorists to fuck around and fuck up the system and do fucking shit and then get your shit hacked. Yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up, man.
Let's do these exits.
Outros. Thank you.
No, I gotta pay, but we got one more bell.
What's that?
Sunday night. Sunday Fight Night Challenge. MK11, Sir X-Man, $2 donation.
Sunday night. Look, all this weekend, I'm not going no damn where. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm going to just be gaming. So we can do challenges all weekend long. You know what I'm saying? My old lady's finna go see, she going to a concert tomorrow night. And, well, I was supposed to be seeing John Wick. I don't know if I'll see John Wick.
I saw that
Sunday.
today.
But yeah, she's finna go to a concert and go see New Kids on the Block and Salt and Pepper and somebody else.
Oh, she gonna see that. She doing that shit.
Yeah, she gonna be on that shit. She got shirts.
Shout out to Spinderella, man. They kicked Spinderella out. That's fucked up.
So yeah. It's all gaming for me. It ain't no pants off, dance off for me. It's all gaming. You know what I'm saying? So
pants off, dance off king is bloody.
Anyway, all right. So let's go ahead and do our sign outs. Lady Infamous, thank you so much for coming back.
No problem. I told you I took a nap and everything, and I was ready.
Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying you was. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I want to have to hit up Sharice and L Boogie, have them try to come on as well. And you know how this is. You and Delilah can come on at any time. I was hoping that both of y'all could come on last week. I mean, that would have been.
Don't worry, we'll be back.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, cool. I definitely will do that.
Delilah 100 was enough.
Anyway, congratulations on your success with your Roller Derby Championship.
Passion fruit.
Passion fruit, aka passion fruit.
Wait, that's true? That actually happened? Oh, okay.
Hey, that just means be careful when you see her, because she gonna start throwing elbows and shit.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Only you gotta worry. You the lightweight in the room. We good.
Oh shit.
Hey, I can take a hit or two.
We don't know what color.
We know you can take a hit.
We still don't know what nationality.
You can take a hit.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Operation could be jihadi. We don't. He could be white. We don't know what the hell he is.
Type in the comments. What nationality you think Operations is? Please type in the comments.
Anyway,
what do you think is
Can a girl do her outros? Can a girl do her outros? Can a girl, bloody? You talk so much this podcast. Can a girl do her outros, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do your outro, but before you do your outro, this is something that we do new now, and it's called Fail of the Week. So let us know what your Fail of the Week is, and then do your outro.
My fail of the week is when I should have took off work yesterday and I didn't. So that's my fail. It was tough yesterday.
Lady, other Zinc said Operations is Australian.
Hey, all right.
I will not stand for his atrocities. Fuck that.
Okay. You can find me at on YouTube. You can just click on my name right here, and then you can be able to go to my YouTube channel. Also, I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers on Twitch, Lady_Infamous415, and I'm gonna be repping Grown Women Gaming all day, every day. The best thing on a Saturday morning. We go live tomorrow and every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, noon Eastern, with Delilah HD, Sharice the Miss, L Boogie 0208. Come through, show love, and I would like to thank everybody on the panel for having me. It was good talking to you guys, and I can't wait till we connect again.
Oh man, it's been so long. Good to have y'all on here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like y'all.
Yeah, shout out to my girl Moonshine Sharice.
Yeah, hey, big shout out to L Boogie Calamari. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Calamari, I can't wait to try a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Sharice is my boo thing. I always get for love.
You eat that nasty shit.
Man, you ain't got no palate, 100.
Yeah.
We gotta give 100 the
was-
official
I
title.
was a
He is
little
the
nervous.
official hater
You know what I'm
at
saying?
GRG. He hates everything. He
Yeah,
like
I
the
know.
Grinch.
I know. He is the
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? 100 Grinches. Anyway,
Ugh.
operations. Where can they find you at? What's your fill of the week?
And the Outback, if you follow Zinc.
Oh yeah. Operation Algonquin here. You can find me on Twitter at Salzburg or Operation Algonquin. And of course, every Saturday you can find us on Smash Podcast at 12 p.m.
Shit, he's talking Australia.
Man, you call me Australian, man. Might as well play the part at this point.
You ain't sound Australian. You sound goddamn British.
Close enough. Damn, they got called us like British. What the fuck you expect from me?
Just sound how you supposed to sound. Don't sound like you ain't supposed to sound.
I'm supposed to be Australian today. Okay.
Sound like a locker room lawyer.
I mean,
Shit.
Neville's gonna sound like he's Indian. So
you know what I'm saying?
I'm saying everything
like
but
I'm
black. This is hilarious.
He's Hawaiian descent.
Dark Obvious doesn't sound Mexican, so I mean, I would have thought he was a pasty white boy, but he's
over there speaking Spanglish.
Yeah.
Oh, that's buddy.
Hey, I was saying I spit that.
Anyway, go ahead.
Fail of the week has to be that. I'm not gonna say her name because I'm gonna blast like that.
Oh,
but this lady,
not that's it.
Oh my god.
Not that shit. If I think what you're thinking about, I think you're talking about the same shit.
Oh,
this has to be the second worst take on Game Pass I've ever seen in my life. Like essentially, to summarize, she basically tried to demonize and say it's a bad business practice.
Because
God forbid Microsoft takes the games off rotation from Game Pass. Like the subscription service.
Who was it?
Oh, I'll blast that.
No, I'll put it.
No.
Post
Post it in the Google Hangouts,
put it in the DMs.
Oh, all right, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Okay, put it in the Google Hangouts. Yeah.
No, I'm drunk enough.
That in the Hangouts
I'll
and
be
the flag
ready.
you represent.
Okay. Yeah. The lady said, "Who?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, we got to know the Google Hangouts." Anyway, all right. Okay. Shit. Bloody Knuckles. Where can they find you at, man?
Yo, they can find me all over. They can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course over on Mixer.com. Bloody Knuckles. The O is 0, the E is 3, and of course it ends in a Z. As well as they can also find me on my show every Saturday. However, we are doing day shows again for the time being. We'll be going live at 12 p.m. Central for the Smash Podcast, your one-stop shop for nerdy news and geek goodness. We talk all things comics, manga, anime, movies, TV shows, all that goodness. And of course, they can find me here every Friday with you guys and every other Sunday over on the Tick Games Network gaming channel, because of the fact that I do host the Otaku Fix, your one-stop shop for all things news, reviews, and previews of the Japanese subculture with my co-host JD over there. And they want to make sure that they tune into Mixer after this, because I will be doing more drunk streams and Near Automata on hard mode. So let's continue that shit.
I hope you ain't doing panty shots, and I hope you ain't going that.
Hey, girl got the thickness. I'm still trying to figure out how to take out the damn skirt.
What? Just got hip.
Yo, I'm done.
It's time me to go on the set.
Don't even go there. That skirt's already short enough. Whenever she do it,
skirt's short, but man, she ain't thick.
Bruh, when you get on that. Never mind. I ain't gonna say that shit. I'm getting demonized. This is what I'm talking about. I get demonized.
Hey, blood. We gonna do this for you. We gonna put this shit in this box, right? This a box. We gonna close this motherfucker right now.
Let me tell you this. This whole conversation.
We ain't gonna talk about this shit again. No.
See, this whole conversation, right?
Come out the closet.
What I'm saying right now is the kerosene, right? And the alcohol is the match. I'm
the
burning this
kerosene
motherfucker down right now.
What kerosene?
You know what's gonna happen? Bloody's gonna hit me up like Delilah did last week, about 2:00 in the morning.
Hey, don't even answer that fucking phone.
No, see, here's the thing. I never apologize for the shit I say.
You better. You need to apologize.
Facts.
Let me move on. Live Wires Gaming.
Real quick. For those interested in my fail of the week, I posted it right there in the DM.
Oh,
not
okay.
DM.
Okay, I did see something. Okay.
Yo, somebody, you German.
Okay, how?
Did I deal with it? God.
Livewire, where can they find you at? And man, what's going on with you and young Ivanka, Mr. Trump?
Yeah, man, you can find me on Livewire Gaming.
What's your fellow of the week too?
Shit, what's my fellow of the week?
All
probably just ponies just crying out here. You know what I mean? That shit is funny. All the damage control. Yeah. Damage control.
Yeah, I gotta pay the bills.
Go ahead.
Damn, somebody paying. Damn, damn. I ain't never.
Delilah don't count, but she said, "Dang, KMEGA, don't do me like that."
We love you, Delilah.
For free.
For free. Oh my God, we love you. We love you, Delilah, man. Oh shit.
We're gonna have a ball. I'm gonna buy you a bottle of E3. We gonna get it done.
Yeah, we'll buy that bottle. He good for that.
I'm definitely gonna get you
lady said he good for that.
Arnold Palmer, man, for real, man, because that shit had me rolling.
I like that, Delilah. I'll deal with that, Delilah, any day.
Anyway,
they ain't gonna let me drink though. They don't like me.
You gonna drink? You don't drink what you know what I'm saying? You just can't be touching.
You can't handle your alcohol.
You get slapped again.
Nah.
If you get slapped one more time, I'm gonna film you.
Wait, when did I get slapped? I don't remember this.
Oh,
I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving this shit alone. I'm leaving it alone. G14 classified. I'm leaving this shit alone.
We're gonna leave that between us.
That's GRG. That's GRG.
Classified.
Yo, blast me like that, man.
2018. Okay, anyway.
Got slapped so hard he
I wouldn't remember. I wouldn't remember either shit.
You want to forget that moment in life? You did a back and forth. I'm getting my time machine, and I'm gonna act like that didn't happen.
Oh man, we're gonna have so much fun at E3, man. Look,
I got slapped the other night. I don't want to remember that shit.
Anyway, Livewire, man,
they gonna have fun making fun of me. That's apparently the case.
We all gonna get made fun of. Trust that. Y'all could be. Are you done?
Yeah, he told us.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, poor Livewire. He's trying to be civil, and y'all. Livewire used to be the wild one. Now it's everybody else. God dang. We know the show is turning shit now. All right. 100. Where can they find you at?
Everywhere on the interweb, because I ain't too hard to find.
Other than your.
You always say that, but you never tell them where to find you at.
They already know where I can find. Man, you people think about it between me and you, bloody. Motherfuckers know who I am. They don't know who your ass is.
Hey, I never said that. They know who I am.
Saying, like I don't have to speak on the game. People know I am the game.
Hey, Kunasita said she don't even know 100. She know blood.
Oh shit! That's what I'm talking about. That's my girl right there.
Well, she knows the truth. When she do know 100. Hey, she might be a victim of 100. Better leave me alone tonight. I'm telling you, you know what? I'm about to fuck this.
Hey, she knows the truth though. That ladies love me, but they don't know honey.
Ooh.
Oh, you know what?
We're gonna see it E3. Bets is up. Bets is up.
We got 108. Where can they find you at, bro?
First of all, let me shout out my man.
Oh shit! Dr. Malcolm told me I gotta bring my booster seat
in the chat, man. Yeah, you gonna need a booster seat with them 4 feet legs. Anyway.
Hey, I mean, I don't deny that. I'm a tiny motherfucker.
Let me shout out my man Megatron in the chat, man. I forgot to hit you up in the chats, but you know what? To my PlayStation fans, kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Welcome to the club of good internet. Facts. You can find me at 108 Dragons on every social media. And if you missed out, me and King David yesterday, go check out the channel. We was live from my boys' radio station, getting it in, supporting everybody in here. To L Boogie, Infamous, 100, KMEGA, Bloody Knuckles, Live Wires. We was in the building, man, doing what we do. Them Iron Lord podcast, homies. That's what we do, man.
Hey, also shout out to the other boys that weren't represented. Of course, we got Lord Cognito and Addict and all them. Of course, it's Super G, the driver, who ain't never here anymore.
The driver.
Yeah. And then my boy.
And let's not forget our boy Jazzy Newt, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the fans
tweeting it out big time. He tweeted out like twice a night. Good job, Jazzy. Facts.
You know what?
Also, shout out to the boy Soul who does the art for everyone in the community. That boy be doing work.
Hey, but yeah, Jazzy be out there working. But you know what? I think Bloody, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, him and Sheree,
I gotta shut the fuck up.
They're pretty tight. I think you
hold
might
on.
lose out.
I gotta get my fail of the week.
Wait, me and who are tight now?
My fail of the week.
Sharice was pretty tight, man. You might be losing out if Jazzy's out there. This.
Nah. Me and Sharice talk on cool. That's my boo thing right there.
Everybody's your boo thing.
Yeah, because ladies love me.
Even Op.
hey. Op love me too. That's why he do my work.
Yo, let me get my fail of the week, man.
Hey, Op, don't worry. I'm not gonna blast you all this shit.
What's your fail of the week?
My fail of the week being that I'm a movie connoisseur, I didn't see Pikachu Pet Detective.
Man,
I didn't see.
Mouth with
No, that's real. I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
I like
but it's
Pikachu.
okay. I can give you all that.
I got a Switch. I got plenty of games on it too. I didn't see
Detective Pikachu.
The Detective Pikachu this week on $8 Tuesdays.
Did it have Snorlax?
But I saw that John Wick though. Whoa!
Hey, what about that? What about so how was Pikachu movie? I'm not.
I didn't go see it.
Oh, it was good, man. I loved it.
I heard it was really good.
Yeah, I will say this: what they did with that movie is they stay true to what makes Pokemon so entertaining. Ryan Reynolds killed it as Detective Pikachu.
Was Snorlax in it? Yes or no?
No. He was one of the Pokemon that did not make an appearance. But hey, they didn't try to fit every Pokemon in there. They did like 40, a mix of all generations. They did a real great job.
Damn Pokemon, and you can't have damn Snorlax?
Because Snorlax didn't make sense in the story of what they were telling. All the other Pokemon had a good understanding of why they would need to be in the story.
I'm not talking about this.
No, but it was good. I recommend it to everyone. For fans, old and young, I was like, anyone would have loved this film. They did a great job, and I really hope that they do another one. They really left it very, very good. They closed this story, but left it open for another film, and I really hope they do. Also, the artist, go check him out. They hired a fan who did all the art for the photorealistic Pokemon that they did.
All right, is anybody else I missed? No. All right, so as for me, it's KMEGA 405, man. Thank you guys for hanging out with us as always. You know the slogan. You guys know it. Well, can somebody repeat it for me?
If you ain't gotta work tomorrow, then you better be taking your ass to bed. If not, you better be gaming. And of course, if not that, you better be doing that pants off dance off.
Bloody Knuckles won it all tonight. You know what I'm saying? He was getting all the heat. He knows the logo. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Everybody, thank you so much. Can't wait to see y'all guys next week. Thank you, Lady Infamous, for coming on and staying on. That's great. So, good. Everybody have a good night. Peace.
Oh, y'all beautiful. Let's go.
Oh, I gotta hit the right buttons.
I'll see y'all on that.
Thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central.
I appreciate it. When y'all want these hands on Mortal Kombat, let me know.
This was the GRG podcast.
Hey, I've been practicing again. I got my fight stick working.